like clean and
They're cheap as hell.
Yes. My son-in-law had two of Bonnie and Clyde.
You do, or else they'll have it.
Clyde only listed about 3 Bonnie.
Do we have 2 headsets? Do we have a Y connector?
Don't worry.
No, we need headsets. We usually have them.
Suzanne might.
She does.
Do you got some
Oh,
splitters?
I got one ready.
Do you have a Y connector?
We should go.
Oh,
Did he stay logged in again?
no. But I got it here. I'm running that over to you.
Let's see.
How do they always get back in here on the weekends? Dan, I think, brings these chairs up on Sundays.
Oh, wait, are we moving chairs? Wait, were we accused of moving chairs in or out?
One time we did. It's been a while.
No, but we were. Did he ask if we're moving furniture in or out?
In, like we were bringing chairs up.
Vinny is listening back home, by the way, watching.
Who is?
My husband.
Oh, cool. How come he didn't come? Just his sisters.
Yeah.
Because they went to, well, he just doesn't like traveling that much.
He travels twice or 3 times a year.
I see him out here, like,
He comes with me.
Mine are usually on my white headphones, but they're not. I can have Daphne check around.
I think I got it.
I got it. You retired.
Yeah, I know. I have the white headphones, but I don't know why my splitters are off.
Oh, he might. You have a splitter, right?
Oh, you guys are set.
Thank you.
Oh, sure. No,
It's just like the doctor.
He's in Mexico.
Who?
He sent me a photo. Big Al.
And help protect against break-ins.
Oh, he's down there now?
Yeah, he's not doing
Man, that boy
Wi-Fi.
travels. He travels more than anybody I know.
That's about $1 a day from the most trusted name in home
Bring new
security.
cameras.
ADT's tested, trusted, and proven security service. Now at a great value. Don't wait. Call today. ADT. Always there. Now everywhere. Requires 36-month sponsoring contract. Early termination tax and consulting apply. Certain markets excluded. See terms and pricing at ADT.com.
Today is the day you break the stranglehold of addiction. You and your family can't lose another precious day to this horrible disease. If you or someone you know is abusing alcohol, prescription drugs, partying, illegal drugs, or
God, we're loaded up again.
anxiety, depression, or trauma related.
Did you ever hear back after your? I don't want to get into
No,
discussion.
no, I didn't. I know what you're talking about.
Established a special number to address your concerns. 720.
How's that for kid fun? I didn't even have to say anything.
But Mark, we have to. We have to do
To a degree.
It'll
I
kill the
understand.
golden goose. We have to.
I agree, but just because we get one email.
No, we got way more than one. That's the thing that's concerning.
Okay, I didn't know you got
Yeah,
mold.
you see them. Ask, hey, oh, I don't want to.
Yeah, but I don't. I don't.
If you ask Suzanne, they've been coming in quite regularly.
I don't know.
They only do commercial roofing, stretching up and down. Repairs.
I already told them that. I put it. That would just be. That's not a good one to do. Shit, we're on borrowed time. We squeeze in 2 more hours of spots.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show, the only show that's kind anywhere in the universe. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Hope you're having a great Monday, Tuesday, whatever the hell day it is, and welcome from your holiday. If you did anything, or maybe you worked, whatever you did, we're here to help you solve problems, answer questions, take complaints like we do all the time. And we have, today is a very popular day, Insurance Day, Insurance Checkup Day. You know we do this every now and then, and it's one of the most popular shows we have because people call in and say, hey, I'm paying this much money, I got this much coverage, what do you think? And then what do you guys do, Matt, after they do that? They call in the Insurance Help Center. We'll give you that number in a second. Now, you can call here if you have questions on insurance specifically, or if you want to talk about something having to do with insurance. But what do you do in general, Matt?
Well, Tom, we will review their policies, make recommendations, shop their policies.
If they have a good deal, you're going to tell them.
We're not.
Listen, all we're doing is a public service. About 85% of the time, what do we find?
I'd say even more than that. We find that there's probably a large amount of savings on the table for them.
We have saved people an average of $150 a month. Now,
I think way higher.
Well, it goes highest for we've saved people $400 and $500 a month, depending on how much coverage they have. And here's the bottom line: any insurance, no matter who you have, if you have the same carrier, no matter who it is, bad or good, your premiums will creep up over the years. That's the way they do it. They creep up the premiums and creep down the coverage, and it really does happen. So if you have a great company and you've had the company for 5 or 6 years, you are absolutely paying too much. Right? Why is that? Why is that? Even good companies do it.
Oh yeah, inflationary coverages down.
But then why do the new guys get better deals? Why do the new guys get better deals?
That's a great question, Tom.
When you
probably one I can't answer.
You can write a new policy on. I don't want to pick. It's one of your 25 carriers. You can pick. Let's say I am with this company. And I've been with them for a few years. You can write a new person on that policy with the same exact circumstances cheaper.
Sure, that happens.
So what if you went and said, now I can write a new customer with the same circumstances for this much, but I have an existing customer threatening to leave. Would they lower the premium?
No.
No. So you got to switch. And I've been switched an average of every 3 years, and they do it automatically. Well, not automatically. We talk about it, and they say, hey, let's do an insurance checkup. And then what they do is they shop it, and I usually save money. So do you understand? When people are proud of a company and say, I've been with State Farm for 25 years, I think to myself, idiot. That you think State Farm cares? Hey, John Smith's been with you 25 years. Oh, yeah, John on Brandon Street. We love him. They don't give a damn about you. There is no loyalty in insurance, so don't make it seem like you're building some kind of equity. Get rid of them. About every 2 to 3 years, do an insurance checkup. Today, we're here to do just that. You get your declarations page or just give them an idea of what you're paying. And honest to God, I mean, you will find most of the time you're going to save a lot of money. Now, here's the number for the Insurance Help Center. That'll be going on till 4 o'clock today. Ready? 303-771-HELP. Is that easy? That's our help center, and today is for insurance. 303-771-4357. You can also call us directly with any kind of questions, problems, complaints. Okay, so the other day we get a call from a woman who has a 4x4 king cab pickup truck. A beautiful used pickup truck. She's had it since new. And Rolly Purifoy Chevrolet has maintained the truck. It's got 198,000 miles. It is in beautiful shape. We figured it's worth a minimum of $8 to $9 grand. It's Colorado. It's a downsized GMC. Now, she said she wants to help someone out, and she only wants $1,500.
I think I'll take that.
Well, see, we all want it. In fact, Clint would pay 3-4 times that. But we can't do it because we can't take advantage of our situation here. This woman called and wants someone who needs a truck, maybe for work or for a family, and that can really use it. And we're taking stories by email. Now, we're already inundated by email. But I want you to know, automatically, if you emailed us directly and not at the special email, you were disqualified. If you called us, disqualified. The only way we're taking these applications is by email to live. Dan, have you read some of them? Deputy Dan, did you read? Daphne's been reading them. Okay. Suze, have you been reading any of them?
No, I haven't had a chance, Tom.
So Daphne's been doing it. Okay. We're going to go over a situation, we'll do that. But that's what we do here. Obviously, we make connections. So if you ever have anything you want to let go free or cheap, let us know. And then we have our Insurance Help Center, and then we have our phone calls we'll get to in a second here. Like Betty wants to talk about a neighbor upstairs. Is this rented or owned, Betty, by you?
Owned.
And is the upstairs owned by someone?
Yes, the owner does not live there, however.
The owner is renting it out?
Correct.
And what happened?
I'm not calling about the people upstairs. The problem I have is with the apartment next to mine.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was upstairs. Okay, what happened?
What happened is they had a problem with their toilet, which they were not aware of. Neither was I until I got up to use the restroom in the morning and almost fell on the ceramic tile floor, because it was soaking wet.
Uh-oh. Now, this obviously didn't happen over a long period of time because you discovered it right away, right?
Correct. I went next door and talked to them, and they said, well, one of them got up and went to use the restroom, and the floor was all wet. So she talked to her husband, did you take a shower? And he said no.
So what happened?
However,
what did it turn out to be?
It turns out to be that something wasn't connected right on their toilet.
How'd that happen? I mean, all of a sudden it happened?
I have no idea, sir.
All right. So anyway, it leaked into your place, right?
It poured into my place. My bathroom was completely
Well, they
flooded.
should have insurance, you know, either renter's insurance or the guy that owns it or the woman that owns it has insurance. I mean, that would cover you, but you also have insurance, and then your insurance would go after their insurance. So what's the situation?
Okay, I do not have insurance.
Wait, you own the place, right?
Correct.
Well, what do you mean you don't have insurance? You don't have a mortgage on it then?
No, I do not.
Okay, so you chose not to be insured.
Financial-wise, yes, I chose that.
Wow. Okay, so...
When I talked to the owner of the place yesterday, he came over to assess my damage. Oh, well, it's not that bad. Well, half of my bedroom...
Well, are they going to pay for it or not, Betty? I mean, if their toilet overflowed...
I do not know. I asked him before he left to give me his card with his name and phone number on it.
And who is this person? The tenant next door? The owner next door? Okay.
The owner.
Okay. The owner needs to... They need to take care of you.
The owner refused to speak to me. He threw up his hands in the air and said, well, obviously you know everything. And I said, sir, I want your name and phone number.
Betty, here's what you have to do. You have to go to the management company. You have to go to the management company and find out the source of the problem. Did they fix it, I imagine? Did they fix it?
Yes,
okay.
It is fixed.
Then you need to take them to small claims court. We can help you, or we can call them. I mean, usually with individuals, it's not so easy to deal with like with companies, you know, that we can talk to them, but they can just tell us to stick it.
They probably have insurance, though.
Yeah, probably do. I don't know why the guy wouldn't just help you.
He owns several apartments in this.
So did he flat out say he wasn't going to help?
He got in his car, and I have a broken back, and I am trying to hobble out there to get him as fast as I can. He turned around, glared at me, and tore out of the parking lot.
Okay, well, okay. Did he say anything about helping or not helping?
Nope.
All right.
He will not.
Well, you know, you understand, though, that you have to do what you can to mitigate your damages. If you don't, you're going to be in trouble. In other words, if you let mold fester, they're not going to be responsible for it. If you do not get to it now, you're going to be responsible for additional damage. Okay.
I have soaked up as much water as I can.
Good. Is there any permanent damage, Betty? I mean, is there any permanent damage? It sounds like spilled water. I mean, what permanent damage would you have? Do you know?
My bedroom carpet.
Ah. Did you have it? You have to call somebody to come and extract that water. Okay.
I have had 2 fans going for 24 hours.
Did you have the water extracted by a company?
No. I have not.
Okay, you need to.
I feel it's my...
Okay, Betty, listen to me. It's not your responsibility if somebody did it. However, if you do not have that water extracted and it ruins your carpet, you're not going to be able to get a new carpet even from their insurance company because you're not allowed to sit on damage and make it worse. You have to. Whether you like it or not, you have to do it. Okay? You have to. Otherwise, anything that happens as a result of it sitting longer than it should have, you're in trouble. And the fans are not enough. They're going to ask, did you have that water extracted? No. How long did it sit? It's been there for 2 weeks now. Guess what? The underlayment floor, everything, the padding, you're going to be responsible for it. I am not saying that you're responsible ultimately, but you are immediately. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, so let's try to get someone in there to soak up that water so they can't blame you for making it worse. Really. And here's the crazy part about it. The water that sits in your place, if it leaks downstairs or somewhere else,
there is no downstairs.
All right, good. So Betty, try to get a a carpet cleaner or someone, I wouldn't call a disaster relief company, and here's why. They'll come in there and they'll run up a bill for thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars just because they're a disaster relief company. They'll use the same water extraction that a carpet cleaner does, and they'll charge you 100 times more, and they'll put a fan there and charge you for every hour the fan runs. So they leave the fan there all night, and you have like a $4,000 bill. It's just ridiculous. Now, I'm not saying they are ridiculous. They have their place, but not in a situation like this. I would call a carpet cleaning company or someone to come and extract the hell out of that carpet and clean it. That's what I would do. And then leave some blowers on. I would also, you may not have any permanent damage, Betty. Matt, what is your take on it?
Tom, I was going to completely agree with you, and I'd say that to document all the damage throughout the process. If you rent a fan, document what you paid for the fan. Everything that you've done, you need to document. So then if you do take him to small claims
and we'll help you go after this guy.
Let's give her Mike's number. Maybe he can go out there, the carpet doctor.
That would be good. He's a really good guy, and it wouldn't cost you that much, Betty. So, hold on. Suzanne, give her the number off the air. Betty, you got to get this started. Add up all your damages, and then we will help you go after this other guy, okay?
Thank you.
All right, hold on. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Okay, we have a lot more to talk about on the Troubleshooter show, and this hour brought to you by Simply Floors, Inc. Speaking of floors, Simply Floors, Inc., if you need a new carpet, you will get a guy that owns a company and takes less profit. It's that easy. Simply Floors, Inc., and I mean he saves you money, 30 to 40 to 50% over the big boxes, the so-called mills, so-called outlets. 52nd and Ward is the showroom, but you don't have to go there. You can just go on to simplyfloorsinc.com, make your own appointment. He's got designers ready, and he is in a buying group. So all of these individual companies throughout the nation can compete with the big boys, and he does it better. Buddy Mitchell, that is. We know him personally. Simply Floors, Inc. All of your floor coverings, whether it's laminates, hardwoods, tile, carpeting, he can do it all. They even have waterproof carpeting. You know, in a situation like this, literally, waterproof carpeting could save the day. Simplyfloorsinc.com.
Insurance fee. She needs some insurance.
Minimal, $150 a year.
A year. She's nuts. Well, she needs.
Well, the liability alone.
Absolutely.
Fire or something.
Absolutely.
She's done.
So I think we should. I'm going to have her go in there and tell her to call. This is just crazy when people have this. They're going to lose everything. She's going to lose everything.
Big gamble.
Dan, what is this you sent me, Dan?
That's for that Holly. Is Holly up on there? So I don't look at the damage. It's got little. It's like concrete thing. Got a little corner. The sewer. They had to put a new sewer in there, and the sewer tractor.
I don't even notice any damage.
It's not very much.
What is it? I don't know. She said
I'll
her
send it to
walls
you.
there. Oh my God, that little tiny corner.
And I guess there's some other.
That's her house.
No. This is the house. Corner.
Corner broken off. Does not. At least she documented this better than most. Corner broken off. Do you know what that stone costs? $2. It's $2. I want to see.
That entire industry has been polluted.
Who's complaining?
Once they become a chiropractor, they spend their career trying to not be a chiropractor. They get into the supplements, the magic lights, and they get away from what really makes.
I didn't want to tell her that. I wanted you to tell her that.
This is a family
How did you didn't send it?
I just said it.
Yeah, but there's nothing here.
Oh, isn't there pictures there?
Yeah, they are.
I went to see him. I'm so excited.
Look
He's got
around the bottom
X-rays
there.
on site. He also has this spinal scanner. That
So did your father have a good time in the motorhome?
Misalignments. This
Yeah.
evaluation, $50, and then the adjustments are only $50. And if you get a package of just 10 or more,
You white-knuckled me
$5 better.
couple
It's
times.
$30. 720-583-4506. 720-583-4506. BrightonYourFamily.com.
Celebrate our biggest savings of the year. It's the Champion Spring Celebration. It's our very best offer of the year. By
by 10:35
free. Plus, get 20% off new Champion siding and
don't have any,
and zero payments or interest for 12 months. Hi, this is Dave Cook, and the Champion
See if I can do how much.
appointment today.
Her name is Charlotte.
We can do it right
She
here.
can come in this time.
Want to do it on your
Come again? Come in this time.
I want to see if
Is
it's
this Southwest?
Online.
Yeah.
Look at the top one.
I don't
Although
like
I
it.
play,
Like that.
I play.
Let me just see.
Oh, yeah, I
What is
got
she
it.
complaining about?
I guess these
Right
little.
here.
Is this the woman we just talked to?
No.
Like, this is a new one. Oh, that looks horrible.
What are you talking about?
Oh my God, do you see that gap?
Kidding or is he kidding?
Replace the whole damn rock.
Should start over.
Well, you know, it was existing, right? It was an existing wall.
Yes. And she had told them to keep her tractor
Is
away
she in
from
an
her.
easement? Is that wall in an easement?
That'd be weird.
I wouldn't think so. I mean, it's right next to the sidewalk. I mean, it's,
Yeah, but you'd be surprised. There's an easement.
What is that?
I never asked about that, Tom. That's where they had dug through they had replaced the sewer line.
So, Matt, how old is the new dog?
12 weeks.
And how old is your other one?
She turned a year 2 weeks ago.
And so how does she like the new one?
Right.
You know, she's crazy. That's why we got this new dog. We were convinced that he would calm her down in the first 3 days. It was a nightmare. I told Jenny, we aren't going to be able to do this.
They're fighting.
They were returning a call.
And then all of a sudden,
Play fighting, outrageous,
just not
outrageous,
3 in the morning,
preposterous.
And so finally, he has calmed her down, and she just submits to him.
I want to see pictures.
Yeah, this is
of
this is boom.
Do you know that they are the most lovable?
Is that the baby? Is that the year-old?
No, this is the baby.
Google Mail. It's terrible.
She is.
I mean, how to send stuff.
She's the cutest one I think I've ever seen.
She did sports.
Let's see. Here's one of her.
Are these all the same? What's her name? Oh, I see it.
She was. So she
Well, they
was.
haven't got that real smash.
Well, she is a
Why
mixture, whereas Boone will have it. He for sure will have it. And there she is, right in the car.
They're here. I'll
I'll
test you.
tell you, one of our patients
Just that.
he had a golden dog. That dog was
I don't know. Well, maybe if it's a smaller size, it just
and
reacts that
loved
way.
and friendly and dedicated.
Oh, yeah.
They're the best dogs.
Oh, they're the best.
Okay, this is me. Brent, no Brent, right?
Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. Get your price on the phone with Art of Granite. On the phone. That means you can call him with measurements, send him a photo, he'll give you instructions, and you'll get a price, and you'll get a great job. Now, it's not just granite, any natural stone. He's a direct stone importer, or, for that matter, a solid surface. artofgranite.net. That's easy to remember. And then you can call him and get a price. artofgranite.net. He works 6 days a week, closed Sundays, Front Range and mountain communities. And here's the deal. All of the fabrication and installation is done in his own shop. He installs it, and then you pay wholesale for materials. You do not pay for tear out and haul away. You do not pay for the bathroom when you have the kitchen done. Get your price on the phone, 303-386-5919. He's hard to beat, so he loves giving you the price, 303-386-5919. Okay, welcome to the show, folks. Holly, what's going on, Holly?
Oh, we're just having some problem with some damage to our stone wall from the plumbing company.
Okay, now, Holly, the stone wall in your yard, you sent photos. I saw it. And what did the plumbing company do? What work were they doing?
We had water coming up from our drain in the basement. We have a bi-level. So we called the plumbing company, and they scoped it out. We were told that the sewer line in the front yard had a substantial crack in it.
And they scoped it and said there was a crack. Did you have that verified? I'm not saying the company wasn't honest with you, but did you have it verified?
He had a monitor.
I mean, okay, and he showed it to you?
Yes.
All right. And they replaced the crack?
Yes, with the PVC, they spliced it.
Okay. And how much did that cost you out of curiosity?
I thought I was buying a car because they first said $7,300, and he said, whoa. And he said, okay, let me call the manager. And he come back with a price of $5,800.
And that's to dig down and just patch it, huh? Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay, so while they were doing it, they damaged your wall. Now, I like to be straight up with you so you don't think, I don't know, so I don't sneak up on you. I'm looking at this damage. Holly, you can buy a whole new piece of stone. You got a cracked corner or two. This wall does not look damaged that much to me. Is that the only stone that's cracked? How many stones are there cracked? Those stones are about $2 a piece.
No, we went to MCS, MCS, spoke with Nigel to try to get them replaced. The landscape or the stone companies changed their design, their color.
Okay, just tell me, what are they telling you you have to pay to replace those stones that are broken?
Well, that he gave us the price list because they're discontinued.
Well, how much to replace those? Just so you know, in no universe will you get a new wall because you can't replace. Okay,
for a new wall.
I thought because you mentioned they can't match. So tell me, what will it cost for those stones?
We called out 2 contractors. One never returned my call.
We're literally talking about picking up stones and replacing them.
What the problem is when the backhoe tread pinned the capping stone between the wall and the tractor, they moved the wall. So the stones won't fit together anymore.
Oh, that is so easy to fix. How much? Just tell me the estimate you're getting.
We gave him our email, John, last.
Tell me the estimate you're getting.
We're not. He hasn't returned our call.
No one's giving you an estimate? None of the contractors that came out there?
We only had the one because the other ones wouldn't return our calls.
Because there's hardly any work here, and that wall can't be moved much. I mean, you see, there are a few little stones out of place. I mean, when you say your wall was moved, how could it be moved? I mean, really, truly, how much was that moved?
Because they repeatedly hit the wall, because on the face of the capstone, we have round 3 to 5 inch rocks.
Holly, I'm going to tell you something. You are truly going to spend more money pursuing these guys than it would be to fix this. If you have a couple $100 in this, I would be shocked. First of all, if the wall shifted a little, don't bother trying to put it back where it was. Just get someone to replace that stone and cut it into place. So if they don't fit exactly because the angle is moved by a few degrees, then that means you take the cornerstone or what you call the capstone and you simply make it you cut it differently to fit in there. I really believe, Holly, and I'm saying this to appease and help you, not to hurt you, you're making too much of this. It's really way too much.
Yeah, you know what happened here? She spent, what, $7 grand?
Yeah.
She's really got nothing to show for it. It's not like you got a car.
Right.
And she's pissed.
I know.
That's the deal.
I'm not upset.
I'd be pissed too.
Agreement right from the get-go, before we even signed any paperwork, I said, we don't want the stone wall damaged.
I will guarantee you, in your paperwork somewhere, it says they're not responsible for landscaping and walls. I'll guarantee it. You send me the paperwork, and I'll show it to you.
It says landscape, and once we had that agreement, I told him 2 more times.
Okay, it doesn't matter. You signed that agreement. Did he take that out? Did you cross it out and initial it, both of you?
He told us that the vegetation was not covered.
Holly, I want to be straight with you, okay? You do not have anything here. You can't go after them unless it's the kindness of their heart. I don't know of any sewer company in the world that takes responsibility. Now, people say, but I made it clear. This is a term they use, but I made it clear. Another one says, I was adamant about it. Another one says, they promised me. Then I say, okay, let me see the contract. The wording is still there. You still signed it. Holly, I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just saying, don't waste your time, because you signed a contract. Does it say in the contract, will not damage the wall?
That was my mistake. I should have went out there and sat in my lawn chair and babysat them in.
But do you understand that in the scope of things, this is nothing? This is nothing. And I have to thank God that in your life you can't have too many problems because you're obsessing about this, and it is nothing. You can have this fixed literally in a half hour. Clint could go out there and fix it in 30 minutes, and Deputy Dan maybe a couple days, but it could be done. But it could be done. No, I'm not kidding, Holly. I am truly serious. I'm not trying to give you a hard time. You can get this done. In fact, we probably have a landscaper that could go out and do it. I mean,
they're so busy right now.
I know.
They are very busy.
But man, this is I don't think, the good news is, I don't think you have a big deal. Send this photograph to people, Suzanne, maybe Mr. Green Jeans and some others, and ask them what they think that would take to fix. Thank you for calling, Holly. Truly, I know people don't call to be told they don't have a problem.
You're tough, man.
Oh, come on, tough. You're the worst. I'm tough. I'm nice. You round me out. I used to be mean. Mark took over mean. I'm mellow. Just ask Steph.
Yeah, mellow. Ask your sisters how mellow you are. Was he mellow growing up?
Speaking of my sisters, I got to remind people who's in the studio. We got our insurance expert here, Matt Corneo. 303-771-HELP is the help center. That's where you call and do your insurance checkup. We have never failed to save at least $100,000 in every time we do this or more for people who call. So if you call 303-771-HELP, you're going to get help and you're going to save some money. And then we often have common men, common women, we call them, in the studio, where we take listeners who are, we call them common. We pluck them from the great unwashed. We let them bask in radio glory and be next to me. And that all you have to do is ask. My sisters were visiting, my elderly sisters, I might add, and
I don't think they're basking, though. They don't appear to be basking.
And anyway, so they kind of raised me, and they're my elderly sisters, and I'm elderly.
How come they look younger than you?
Yeah, I know. So they're here. So if you hear someone chime in with wisdom, you want to know where I got my wisdom, they will chime in from time to time, I guess. You know, common people do chime in. We allow them to use the microphone. But, Matt, are you getting any calls, by the way? Because I want to come up with an example or two.
No, yeah, we are, actually.
Okay, we'll get them coming back, okay? Some examples. People, listen, one phone call, sounds like another commercial. One phone call can save you, way more than 20%. You know, they're kind of smart when they do those commercials. Who does those? One phone
Geico.
Call. Geico. I'm not saying you should go with Geico, but sometimes Geico might be a good choice. See, that's the thing. Matt Corneo, by being an independent broker, you're not loyal to one company. So if you have a State Farm guy and you don't like the rates, what is he going to do?
Not really.
He's State Farm. He's a captive agent. Don't ever use, well, I shouldn't say this. Don't use only a captive agent. Have him bid it. Have others bid it. You may end up with a captive agent, but don't stay with them forever. There is no reward for loyalty in insurance. Now, I want to tell you something that will give you peace of mind. Absolute Radon safety will give you absolute peace of mind. If you care about radon, don't be talked into these thousands of dollars worth of testing and mitigation. You know, it kills more real estate deals than anything because people say, I don't want to live in a place with a lot of radon. And Absolute Radon safety, first of all, they can test starting at around $20. What I really love about them is that they can mitigate most problems for $899. And they bring you into safe levels, $899. Even in the cases where it's not so ordinary, you got like some hiccups, it'll only be a few $100s more. But most of the time, $899. So in a real estate deal, if you get high radon numbers, get absolute peace of mind with Absolute Radon Safety, 303-880-0682. Or just remember this, AbsoluteRadonSafety.com.
I did get one in that radio station.
I don't need to. I'm checked in.
Is Ideal 2? I see 2.
Oh, you got through.
Cool. I see 2 Ideal Homes. Was that a mistake or are they on twice?
No, apparently they're on twice.
Okay, Ideal Home Loans.
You guys needed to go down and check in.
Tell her we just checked in. We don't need to go down.
You got it on your phone.
You got it. It's here. Perfect.
Ideal Home Loans is on twice. We're not going to have them on.
Consolidated some debt.
I don't even
and
want to have
tell you
them
how to
on.
pay off that portion.
Oh, you don't want him on today?
No,
I'll tell him.
Because we have 2.
Optimization where they can
He was coming on at noon for his live. Do you want
Tell
to tell him
him
now?
because we have 2 booked. I don't want to. It'll be too much.
Even further, they will refinance you free of charge over the next 2 years. Give them a call, 303-867-7000. Whether you are refinancing or buying, and check out the previous.
Well, me like it take it out. What is it? What is it? About what though? About us?
No, they signed a contract with Christie's, and they did the beginning of it. They laid it out, they pulled permits, and then these people want out, and they're saying, hey, you know, it's plain Jane. We spent $6 grand doing this stuff. Let's keep it.
You know what? Christie's doesn't get a lot of surgery. It's no vacation. It's just getting because it's such a big project.
Oh, they're 100,000 plus projects.
What they do is great.
I mean, really, they've had, in the last 3 years, I can think of 3, but I went out to that one, I'm telling you, man, it looked great. I just couldn't couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe when I climbed up behind the washer and dryer to see where the connections were, the plastic was crooked. I was blown away. Then they show me in the bathtub where it needs a little putty around the drain. It was so weird. Remember that guy with the putty around the drain, and then the washer dryer, and the thing was...
You crawled up on there? What were you looking at? And it wasn't that the corners, I didn't even see it, weren't totally matched up.
It was like, you know, it's a plastic insert. It was crooked.
But literally, I have never found one of those plastic collars ever secure. They're always loose.
They just like put it in.
Well, it's supposed to snap in, you know, with the little ears on the drywall. You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
I spent
He was so
4 hours talking to him.
Remember, I had it almost down. I went back and forth. I had the whole deal done. And then at the last minute, it got insane again.
Because of the consumer?
Yeah.
So they didn't want to do it. Then after, a month after Christmas and stuff like that, he called up and said, okay, we're ready to do it.
Yeah.
And Christy says, no. We're not doing it.
What do you mean about common elderly?
Oh, well, common women are.
See, they went to the other stations, nobody would pick that up.
I knew we would have.
All real, I know. That's why I just cannot.
Yeah, do you know where it is?
Yes.
Did you guys notice growing up that he thinks the louder you are, the righter you are?
Oh, I'm loud. So I am very.
So you're right all the time, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm the troubled
It's a Martino
thing.
thing.
The troubled middle child. I'm always right.
You saved a lot for retirement. You feel pretty good. But without some advanced, comprehensive planning, taxes could be your biggest expense in retirement.
We're going to take me 2 days to fix this,
Your
Tom.
money, your retirement.
That was pretty good. Clint would have it done in a half hour. Dan could knock it out in a few days. You could bring mortar over there.
Well, see, this one I thought it was more than
I got my theater tickets on that. You know what we got?
It does look weird, though, man.
Well, see, this one, you know, when you go, she says it's got to be specially cut.
Yeah, but she gets CSA approved. But one thing, I'm old, so I don't need to take off my shoes, and I don't have to go through the body scanner. We don't want to look at her body. I wouldn't go through that. They pay me not to.
I like
They don't let her go through the body.
You just go like this.
There's a couple.
No,
Pretty
I'm
wild.
old. They won't send me through.
For real?
She
For
said,
real, I go through the-
how do I get felt up and broke? No, I'm not. Check.
Hey, the last time I flew out here, I was stopped, and the lady comes up to me. Now, I had shorts on. She says, I have to feel your knees. I said, you have to feel my knees? I said, I have shorts on. I still have to feel your knees. They felt my knees, and I said, I wish I had a nice
Below top
guy.
line, so.
No, they got a basement.
Why they didn't feel like my knees?
They were pretty good. They would have had dirt on there. They probably put tarps there.
Hey, you know, we were talking about that drain situation. Now, I'm not saying that woman had a bad deal, but if you're ever told you need a new drain, new work, new sewer work of any kind, Plumbline will give you a free second opinion. Now, before you say, hold it, they just want to do the work, of course they do. That's why they're going to give you a free second opinion. Truly, though, if you don't need the work, they're going to tell you you don't need it. If you do need it, you know, they have ways to do what's called pipe bursting, which is replacing it without digging up the whole thing. They have ways of patching and fixing things that are more modern. They also have a free, it's 93 or free with drains. That means if you cannot, if they cannot clear your drain for $93, the call's free, but you get a complete diagnostic with a video as to why they can't clear it. And they give you free second opinions also on heating, cooling, electric, drains, plumbing, everything. Okay? That's 303-586-1086, 586-1086. But just remember, PlumbLineServices.com. Okay, Tony. And we have lines open for the first time this morning. And, you know, after a holiday weekend, it's kind of slow sometimes. People laid back. But you can call right in, get right through, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. And, of course, always 24/7, 303-Martino. live on Facebook and live on YouTube.
Did you see this?
And hold on, Mark, one sec. Okay, Tony, you're next. What, Mark?
This guy Friday, 30 years old.
Yes.
Finally, the judge threw him out of his house. The parents couldn't get him out.
The parents evicted him.
They finally evicted him, and some guy offered him a job, I just read here. But can you imagine 30 years old fighting your parents' own eviction?
Did the parents truly evict him?
Yeah, they put a notice up 3 days. They did it the legal way. He fought it in court, and his reasoning to the judge was basically this. You'll love it. My parents never really taught me how to do laundry or how to work or do my own stuff, so therefore I don't think I should have to leave yet.
Well, most of the problems we take on this show, I can point to parenting. But I'm not talking about like Tony. He has a brand new Maytag washer, has nothing to do with his parents. But I'm talking about certain things. You know, people go out and buy something and they don't know how to do it. Either parents do too much for them.
How about the kid we tried to help? My God, all he had to do was keep the same job for 30 days.
We get him $200 each.
And a car.
And a car.
And what did he do? And then he okey-doked us.
He got injured.
Yeah.
He said, on the job, hired a workers' comp doctor so he could get a settlement. The guy, truly, you know, when you're lazy, there's nothing can be done for you. When you're lazy, two things you can't fight, lazy and stupid. You just can't fight it.
You can't fix them.
And I feel sorry for people when they're stupid because, especially, I'll tell you the worst stupid person is a stupid person who won't admit they're stupid. They think they're smart. That's the worst in the world. You know, God, what do you do with someone like that? Hey, Tony.
Yeah.
Well, oh, it's a Tony, female Tony, T-O-N-I.
Correct.
What's happening with your Maytag?
Well, on April 11th, I bought a new Maytag washing machine. My old one had lasted 15 years. I was happy.
Wow.
Went to Home Depot and bought one. It was delivered
and
10 days later.
When was it delivered? What in what month?
It was delivered 10 days later, and it was April 20th,
okay,
I
good.
think.
Okay, dear. What's going on now?
Well, the machine, I couldn't get it to fill. So I thought, well, okay. I went back, read all the directions, finally called Maytag. She tried to talk me through it. It didn't work. So they actually sent out a new machine at that point in time, same thing. The machine arrived again, and about 10 days after that, and I couldn't get it to fill or do anything.
Wait a minute. So it's not the operator. You're doing it correctly, right?
I've read the directions, and then at that point,
because
they
it's
sent
unlikely.
a repairman out.
It's unlikely that 2 Maytags are going to be bad out of the box.
That's correct. I believe that's true.
Where are you in town here? What part of town or state are you?
Well, I'm in Colorado Springs.
But because I'm saying maybe we can have a deputy help you out. I mean, did they go over the operation with you to make sure it's not operator error? I just want to be sure of that.
They went through the operation of it. The delivery man went through the operation. It did fill when he was here. He left. I couldn't get it to fill a second time.
Tony.
So Maytag sent out a repairman.
And?
The repairman got out here and couldn't do it either. He read the whole manual over an hour.
There's something wrong with it, right?
And then
2 times in a row.
Filled,
that's weird.
And he said, here, it should be okay. And left. And
now it doesn't fill. Tony?
No, it isn't that. It tore up the clothes that were in there.
Tore them up? How?
Well, it started, you know, it filled, so it washed. Then it
then tore up your clothes.
It filled again.
So sometimes it fills,
fill.
sometimes it doesn't. When it does, it tears up clothes.
It's like a poltergeist.
Do you pray to the dark one? I don't know. What is happening?
Well, but the repairman, he didn't know how to fix it either. He read for an hour, thought he fixed it and left.
Do you have a 12-year-old?
And now they want to send out another repairman that'll cost me $100.
Wait. Why would it cost you if you have a warranty? Seriously.
Because they said they've tried everything with me.
Well, that's not your fault.
Let me call them. I want to call and talk to these
Now,
people.
hold on a second, though. Here, Tony, this place where you bought it, who's the retailer?
Home Depot.
You know, Home Depot is usually pretty good. I would make some noise with Home Depot and say, I want a Samsung. You will, Tony, I know you're saying Maytag just like my mother used to say Electrolux, but they're not the same companies. Just because something lasted in the past, they're not the same companies. You will never do better than Samsung. Oh, my God. They are unbelievable.
Then why do you have that crapper phone over there.
I'm talking about a Samsung washing machine.
Okay, just saying.
So, Tony, I think Home Depot, if you're having this trouble, would do a refund.
I'd like to call the
All right, hold
repair
on.
people, though.
All right, who are they? They're actually Maytag, right?
Well, they were sent out by Maytag, but they're called...
Do you have their phone number?
Wait, we got a comment here. Okay, you want to comment, Derek. What is the comment?
Say, I'd be willing to drive by and check it out if she's willing to have me come and...
Now, what do you know about Maytags, Derek?
Well, I'm not an appliance repairman, but I'm
I think this is a little too odd.
I do all kinds of odd jobs all around. And if she's willing to have just somebody else come by and look, make sure everything's hooked up properly, I would do that after work.
Well, okay. What kind of work do you do?
I'm in construction.
Okay.
Here in Colorado Springs area.
You know what? We love having deputies after we check them out, Derek. We do. Let's first, I want Mark to take a shot at the repair shop, and then I'm going to try to talk her into getting a Samsung. But really, Derek, leave your number. We appreciate. We may be able to use you in the future too, since you're in construction. We really do appreciate that. 303-713-TALK. Hey, the sun is shining, right? Kam Solar is also shining with their solar systems. Kam Solar. Now, you know how difficult it is to get legit solar companies. You know, a lot of people, when they think solar, I'm just going to come right out and say it. They say, oh, Solar City. Well, that's not a bad company. They lease their products. Kam Solar is different. First of all, Kam Solar gives a 20-year guarantee for parts and equipment, and they also give a 20-year performance guarantee. They predict what you will do in efficiency. And why can they do that? Because they do an analysis with an algorithm on your site. It only takes 20 minutes. If you call them or go online, in fact, I'm just going to give you the website. You go online, they'll do an analysis of your site, so you get a 20-year performance guarantee. That's an energy production guarantee. You save from day one, no money out of pocket because of tax, credits, and also utility company rebates. So it's GoKamSolar.com. Put a slash there and then Troubleshooter to find our page for our listeners. GoKamSolar.com/Troubleshooter.
Mark says of this lady that used to work for
Obama. She used to be his lawyer.
Really?
Valerie Jarrett.
She goes, low water pressure. You're what you get if you cross a Muslim Brotherhood Planet of the Apes and a baby.
Roseanne said that?
Yeah. About Valerie Jarrett.
Oh, that's so funny. The Muslim Brotherhood Planet of the Apes had a baby.
Did she say that on her show?
No, she tweeted it. Is there anything wrong with that?
Well, it's kind of racist, no?
Yes.
You think it's racist? Jesus Christ, I do.
Why?
Why is it racist? No, it's a woman.
She's from
what is
Iran. She's from Iran.
What do they mean by it? What does she mean by it?
She's saying she looks half Muslim, half ape. I mean, I don't know.
Yes.
I guess when you look at it that way, maybe there's a little racial undertone.
If you have low water pressure, a lot of these people are washing machines.
She was involved in Chicago politics.
Very good, Matt. Very good.
This guy right here.
What happened?
Newer washing machines, especially front loaders, if you have low water pressure, that
Tom,
solenoid won't open.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
Oh,
It's right on the verge.
Yeah,
no water pressure.
Tom, did you notice our iPhones are working great and Mark's phone is working crappy?
What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
as usual. The
My
usual.
iPhone is working
His
great.
iPhones are great.
That's right. Keep killing those little Chinese
Do you
kids.
have an iPhone? Is it
I
working
can't get
okay
it to
for you?
work in here
Oh,
in
my
this
iPhone
area of
works
town, but
very
You
well.
got
It works
Verizon,
great,
don't
doesn't it,
Oh,
Caroline?
You realize he
it's a
went
black hole.
You went, what, 20 years in this building with a phone that wouldn't work?
I hold it against the window.
You're Verizon.
Yeah.
I'm Verizon.
My Verizon works great.
My Verizon
The
and
reason I
iPhone
switched
works
is because
Not in this building, it doesn't.
Can you hear me now?
I switched.
That's
in this
weird.
building.
Yeah.
Just to have
Do you
everything.
have an iPhone?
Yeah.
And you have Verizon? I just got through with everything.
You have an
In this building,
iPhone?
it will
Yes.
work.
Did you ever find a little note in it from a Chinese kid asking for help?
I have one bar here.
Yeah, it's often the same thing.
Very funny.
It's happening.
I have one bar.
Please help me, American. I've been building your phones for 20 hours a day for the
One
last
bar.
3 years. Please send food.
What do you have, an Android?
Yeah. The same phone that the majority of the world has, thank you.
I got 2 bars.
Yeah, you strike me as a majority kind of guy.
Yeah.
You have AT&T.
Verizon.
Maybe with
Oh,
the
no,
phone.
I have Verizon.
Verizon, I just had such crap service with Verizon.
Really?
For 20 years.
And
I
love-
have 2
me
bars
too.
in here.
You have Verizon here?
No, I got rid of it because
I
it's
do
so
too.
crappy. AT&T in the mountains here, I might not have the 4 or 5 bars.
I like
never had a drop call.
I like how that one guy's doing commercials for the competition now.
Oh, right.
Can you hear me now, guy? God, they should have tied him up before they used him.
Remember you posed for it?
Your water pressure shows and they vary quite a bit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
People come to
I
check
thought
it.
Vinny
Pressure
said
might
that.
fall.
So you think because the pressure's not there?
That looks, it pushes against a little
I'd like to call them.
solenoid.
Did you get the repair people's number from her? See if you can get it and
She
then
might
text it to
have
me.
Hey, Deputy Clint, do you have any follow-ups?
No.
Come on, man.
We're offering up to 40% off select PCs with 8th Gen Intel Core processors and special financing with Dell Business Credit. Call 877-BUY-DELL to speak with a small business technology advisor today. That's 877-BUY-DELL.
Nothing a little hot glue can't fix.
That'll be my follow-up. Hey, I kept that rock, so the wall's nice. I'm too happy.
It's time to join the millions of people that make happy with
I could after struggling on a home base.
No, only from 2 to 4. Not, it's only a certain set for 2 hours. Oh, 2 hours, that's
No, I don't even think I have it on my phone. In fact,
Yeah, it
I'm
was
not
on
sure.
TV.
Yeah, I saw a sign on it, open only to
Are they lights
I
so
think it's
empty?
either 2 to 4 or 2 to...
That's Zoom.us. Zoom video conferencing.
Michael Brown.
Oh, this is crazy.
Starbucks is closed this afternoon.
Is it today?
Only for 2 hours.
Oh, I know.
That'll
4
fix
hours.
everything, right?
And we'll see you next Wednesday. Join me Wednesday
Over
at
that
4.
bathroom thing.
I know somebody works at Starbucks, so I says, let us know.
Tom Martino here. Ideal Home Loans for your next ideal home loan. Here's the good part, okay? Credit optimization. You may think, I'm approved. Why do I need that? Because they can get you even a better rate if they do a little tweaking, and it's legal and it's fast. They can say, hey, pay this down by $40. That could be just the tipping point to get you into the next credit tier. They do all of that free of charge, quickly and legally, and it doesn't slow up your loan. In fact, they can close most loans in 3 weeks or less, and if you get a pre-approval, it's like a cash deal when you go to buy a house. 303-867-7000, 867-7000, idealhomeloans.com. Okay, by the way, Starbucks is closed at like 8,000 locations. For what? What are they closed for? They're closed for
diversity training.
Diversity training, but I have it from a good source. If you're white, you can get in. So don't worry about it. 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. We do have lines open. Mark is calling for the Maytag person.
Tom,
yes.
Pardon me, we had a guy call in. He says he has the same washer. He says they're soft touch buttons, and you have to lay your finger on the button for 10 seconds for it to recognize your touch or something.
Okay, and if you don't, what happens? It defaults to something else?
He had the same problem until he read through the manual and realized that they weren't touching the button long enough. But Mark's making a call for us.
All right, 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. I get the craziest emails, okay? So here's one of them. This is not that crazy. Which one? And by the way, we do have open lines. You know, after a holiday weekend, like I said, phones get weird. So if you ever want to get through on the show and you say, I can't, it's always busy, well, you can. It's 303-713-TALK. And I want to go to Matt and get the follow-ups on insurance in a second. Here's one. Which one is better, a dealership or a local mechanic for car maintenance? Okay. There's no one that's better, really. I mean, you can have great mechanics and bad mechanics at either place. You will usually pay more for a dealership, okay, usually. There are exceptions. Purefoy Chevrolet, to me, is as good as any independent shop. But they're not all like that. That is a rare breed, okay? But in any case, you will usually pay more at a dealer. People think they have to go to a dealer to keep their warranty enforced. Not true. Warranties only have to do warranty repairs at a place, and you only have to do recalls at that place unless they allow for a certain number of hours at independent shops. So I would go to an independent shop. I go to Pro Auto Care, and I also use, well, we use for the Jeep, we use Budget A1 transmission and auto repair. We've used Kevin Calkin for one of my kids. We just do it, okay? So all you have to do, and he's, by the way, is at Sheridan Auto Tech. An independent shop I would recommend. And I said, Purifoy is in a class all by itself. It really is. It's one of the best shops where even if you didn't buy a car there, it's worth doing, especially for troubleshooting. And then for electrical things, Lakewood Auto Electrics, God, it's crazy. Okay, 303-713-TALK, 713-825. None of those were commercials. It's the real deal. I'm just answering this email. And there was one other thing we have going on, and that's the Insurance Help Center. 303-771-HELP. That's a separate number to get a bid on your insurance to compare to what you have. Because insurance creeps up over time, and you always get a better deal changing every few years. There's no penalty. You don't look bad for changing. They don't reward loyalty. Matt, can you give me just one example of what we saved somebody today so far?
Jeremy had someone that was paying $5,993 for their auto in their home with Farmers. He moved him to Auto Owners for $2,636.
Oh, my God.
And added an umbrella policy.
So what did we save them? Almost $3,000.
Yeah, almost $3,000.
Almost $3,000 with one phone call, folks. Imagine that. And here's that number for the Help Center again, 303-771-HELP. And, of course, here on the show, it's 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Get the calls in. We'll take you right after this short break.
You're like the
Let's
guy
talk about John Fuller.
You don't sell your own insurance.
That's right.
But you will go in. See, I go to a guy like that down at AAA. You know, if I don't like the deal, I said, see if there's something else out there. He guides me. That's pretty good.
You may think, I don't want to sue, I don't want to go through Auto Owners. That's right. You guys in Florida?
Yeah.
They do business there.
You do business?
No, Auto Owners.
But they're not. But Auto Owners may not always be the best place.
Auto Owners.
You can't
like
sell
to
it
go
is a little tough because
I like to go to the I know. I like to go to the office.
You don't sell in Florida?
No.
What you need. We'll do commercial stuff, but we don't do any personal. We're in like probably 20 states, but Florida is not one we do really personally.
See, I have hurricane insurance, $500 deductible. That's right. That's pay for it, but it's worth it. No, I pay less than $1,000 a year. But she has a different company. But she has a pool. I don't. I don't insure the pool. No, because you can't destroy a pool. The screen enclosure, we had screens replaced. It's less than what they deduct for the winter. Yeah, mine is with Florida Earthquake. I forget what it's company or homeowners, but it's very, very good. But it went up $150 this year because of the hurricane. Everybody.
Well, we're getting that a lot in Colorado. Our average increase in Colorado was 28% this year.
Ours was,
last year it was 35.
Oh my God! What about hail damage to roofs?
That's the problem. We're the least profitable insurance state in the United States 5 years in a row. Can you believe that? We don't have hurricanes, and we are the least profitable. Because of hail. Because of hail. 5 years in a row.
Okay, like yesterday there was hail. Okay, on these cars. My God in heaven, what do they do? How do they repair that?
Depends. Sometimes they can't. But I mean, some of these guys, they can do that hail without even getting
that. They go underneath and pop it out. That's the cheapest way, but that is not even cheap. That could be expensive.
It's the roofs, though, because these are $30,000-$40,000 losses at a time. That's the real
So you're the
kicker.
least profitable. That is.
People don't realize it. When we get heat, cold, hail.
Oh yeah.
So, and we get fires. So we haven't for a few years, luckily.
And they're going to a lot of ACVs, right? AC.
We're going to see in the next year. Everyone's going to have a $2,500.
The lonely Maytag man commercials.
We will see it.
Who was that guy?
Wait.
Everyone.
Everyone's going to have a what?
$2,500 minimum.
For hail or for everything?
Perhaps everything, but for hail for sure.
Mine's 1,000.
Did you ever hear of the ASI insurance?
Yeah. I sell for them.
Pretty normal.
Yes, Progressive owns them now.
A lot of people have life insurance.
Do you know your deductible?
Progressive owns, actually, they might own 100% now. They bought 50% like 5 years ago, and I think they're now
For hail too?
Maybe that's why mine.
Well, funny enough, ASI needed the funds. And so it was actually a really good thing for them as a company. And Progressive
2% is tough.
I know, that's why we
so
paid
it's probably a really good thing for ASI.
2%, that's
a lot, yeah, a lot of them.
I have travelers for my car.
Well, it all depends on how much you would save in premium.
Yeah, they're really good.
But 2%,
They're really good.
you had a $300,000 house, that's $6,000 right there.
Yeah.
You have a half
Yeah, but if you're saving $4,000 a year,
you're not.
well, but it still all depends on what you're saving.
Yeah.
Have you seen the insurance companies going to that 2% deductible on hail?
Not many of ours, but almost every the State Farm farmers almost exclusively are going to that, or their ACV. So Allstate's got this new thing that they just rolled out this year, and you can look on the deck page, and it says we will cover X percentage of your roof. So like I saw one the other day, it was 38%. That means they're only covering 38% of the roof. And then I looked, and they had 2% deductible. So I did the math, and I said, you have $1,012 coverage in your roof, basically. So I said,
Hey, you know, my insurance went up, my car insurance, because I'm old.
Okay, now, let's just say your house.
Discrimination.
it is, and they use it all the time.
They do.
Then it's only 2 cents.
So Autonomous doesn't use
where is it? That's one of those monopoly houses.
They may be a good choice for you because they don't care how old you are. They don't care if
We're going to launch, guys.
they use the same cost basis.
Is Patrick coming?
So,
Do we have any call outs? We can do well. Did you guys get any set up? Dan, did you get any calls out set up?
Calls out?
Yeah, set up.
yeah, the broker might start.
After a holiday, remember this morning?
Well, yeah, I got two of
And they're
them.
number one.
That we're already on?
No, that we, right, no, that
Oh,
we had
okay, I'm
call
gonna
in.
put it in my.
There's
Well,
only
they may or may not be
Okay.
competitive, I don't know. They're very competitive here.
Well, there's one at
I
11:30.
don't like the deal because she turns a certain age.
Yeah, I don't like that either.
Whatever you're doing,
Well, I got another one, we're calling at 11:30.
Going up every 867.
Next break, I'm gonna run downstairs and see how
Well,
my
you should know, if you've had the same company.
No, it's going on at 3. I changed. I
you
changed
know
big
that I
time.
do that.
Oh, big time. Homeowners too, I'm gonna change.
She listens to you.
But if you're
Homeowners
summer
too.
salads and sandwiches with spin blend real salad dressing,
Hey, Matt,
you're
is there
doing
a
right.
minimum on
Unlike
that
microwave,
ACV,
spin blend
so you have a
uses
30-year-old
no
roof?
corn syrup.
Are they gonna
So you
depreciate
know
all, or is there a minimum that there is?
Depends on the company,
That
but
is-
usually once you get to 20 now, they're automatically ACVing it. And then what they do is then they have a roof schedule in the actual policy where you can go in and it'll tell you once you reach this age we're going to cover 55%, and then you'll see the scale.
But what would be the, say it's 30 years old, will they all cover at
Anyone
least
goes down to
40%?
protect or at least 0. Oh, like I said, I've seen people at 10, 15%. Really?
I was telling them, there's age discrimination in insurance. My car insurance went up because I got old. Yeah, you're scared now.
We've seen a couple companies go 5,000 minimum wind and hail, and
I think they should do it by genetics.
Yeah, I mean, well,
If you're in good health, your health insurance should be cheaper.
So you park them in the garage.
I don't
Not
know.
only did I not have in the garage, they had dry airplanes, so it was a panic refrigerator experience.
That'd have been,
well, that one outdoor
I didn't know that.
So originally they do what's called reserve, so they think, okay, we're going to set aside this amount of money to cover it.
Yeah.
So originally they thought it was going to reserve $1 billion. I don't know if you saw that, it's like a $2.6 billion.
Now, Tom Martino, the troubleshooter.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter, consumer advocate extraordinaire, fighting for you more than 40 years, and in Denver, nearly 40 years, and we are doing all kinds of good stuff, recovering millions of dollars over the years in cash merchandise exchanges, refunds, and services. With the longest running show on radio, we're going to be coming to you. If you just give us a call, we will help you in any way we can. 303-713-TALK. This hour brought to you by Buy and Build, where you are going to get extraordinary deals, less than wholesale. Really, people are shocked at Buy and Build. 4800 Washington Street, a big, giant, ugly warehouse like the owner. But then again, Courtney is really not that big. Okay, actually, Courtney Pierce is a great guy, and he has a bargain basement, believe it or not. the crazy crap that's so cheap. The lighting fixtures, beautiful lighting fixtures, and plumbing fixtures, and cabinets, and countertops. But if you go downstairs, you find even really odd off stuff. It's just weird. Have you ever been downstairs, Clint? Have you been, Dan? Have you gone downstairs? What do you find down there? He had an guitar amplifier one time down there.
Yeah, I saw that. My wife bought a 3-seat, one of those Chase swings.
Yeah.
It was about 180 pounds in the box, and we got it. It is unbelievable quality. $60.
Holy crap! That's Buy and Build, 4800 Washington Street, and you just got to check them out. Okay, now buyandbuild.net. By the way, buyandbuild.net. So Tony, we're working on the Maytag washer.
I talked to him.
That, Mark.
Yeah. So all she has to do is call back Maytag. That's who she calls. They'll put in a service ticket for these guys to come back out. She's not going to get charged the $100, and they'll get it fixed.
But, okay, they've been out there a number of times. We just don't know what's
I just talked to them. They said that's how it works.
Tony, okay, what if they can't fix it? You know,
well, they are apparently, according to them, they are fixing it.
Okay, and who found the water pressure issue? Tony, we found something online that said if you have a problem with water pressure, it can automatically stop filling. Do you have any water pressure issues?
A problem that I've lived here a long time.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're gonna stay on top of it. So
she might have like a loose nut behind the wheel or something.
Yeah, I know. We already talked about that, but she's not doing anything wrong. Hey, Tony, do you have that number to call? And can you remind? And how do? She was already told she had to pay. So what do we do now? She just calls again.
She doesn't call them up. She's got to call Maytag. Maytag puts in a warranty ticket, sends it over to them.
Okay.
She never pays anybody anything, but she's got to initiate the ticket through Maytag.
All right, Tony.
All right?
Please do it. And then
call Maytag right now. Tell them they were out last week. You're having the same problem. You talked to them. They said to put another ticket in.
303-713-TALK. We have lines open. You had a long holiday weekend. If you have any problems festering or stewing, let us know. Or if you want to prevent a problem, 303-713-8255. Steve, what's happening in your life, Steve?
Hi, Tom. Long time no see.
Thank you, man.
What's going on? I'm a flight instructor, CFI.
Okay, what's happening?
Still flying. Well, I went in to get my new glasses. I get new glasses once a year. My wife has an eye care program from the state.
Yes.
And that was it's like $412.18. Total bill was like $650. My share was $204.20.
This is for glasses?
Yes, glass lenses.
Okay.
Bifocals.
Yeah.
And they called me a day later. Oh, we forgot to tell you it was $52 more for glass lenses.
Why would you want glass lenses?
Because I've had plastic ones and they scratch on me.
Oh, I see. I see.
And then they called me a day later. It'll be 2 weeks instead of a week.
You don't find the glass scratches as easy?
Oh, it stays perfect because you're flying an airplane, Tom. You don't want any scratches on there.
Yeah. Okay.
Hey, I got to ask you something.
Just stop. Okay, Mark, stop. Just stop. Stop.
How long
say
does
it
it
later.
take?
Say it later.
How do you know?
Say it later. I can't put Mark on hold. Just say it later. I promise you. Just say it later. Steve, so hold on. So you truly, though, the polycarbonate lenses and stuff are way better than they used to be. Don't they have a scratch resistance you can put on those plastics?
I'm not sure, but then they had to send the lenses down to Colorado Springs.
So what is the issue right now? What is the issue?
I have no lenses. They had to send the lenses to Oregon to be refitted.
Uh-huh.
And it's been all this time, and I still don't have my new lenses.
Okay, so is it the time issue? You want us to light a fire, or is it they sprung the extra charge on you? Because that kind of can't be helped, because you didn't really, I don't think, have a hard and fast contract unless you did. Okay.
The charge doesn't bother me. It's the time.
Where do you go for your glasses? Where do you go for your glasses?
Okay, it's ABBA Eye Care.
Why? Okay.
We've been going there 20 years, and they took over 2 years ago. I never had a problem in over 20 years of going to this particular address.
Stack Optical has been on our referral list for so many years. And again, I know you've been going to this guy for years, but I'm telling you, man, they have service that is just so outstanding.
Probably next year. So I've been waiting for my new lenses.
Why don't you cancel them if they can't get them? Just cancel them.
Well, might be able to do that.
And just go. I mean, listen, sometimes you just have to change horses.
Well, looks like next year. Right now,
but why? Can I ask you why you keep saying next year? Is there something that's tying you?
I get the eye care once a year.
Okay, I see. Is that part of insurance or something?
That's an insurance.
Oh, I get it.
Insurance.
Now
So
I
it's
get
once
it.
A year.
Now I get it.
And
so,
I'm waiting. My eyes don't change too much. I can still find the runway, but it's been a long time. I'd like to get my glasses back, my new glasses.
all right, so why don't we make a phone call for you? Hold on a sec, okay? Now,
okay.
We can make a phone call for you, and Deputy Clint, let's call right now for him. All right, now, go talk to him first. Mark, what were you going to say, Mark?
How do you know?
Yeah, I know.
If someone's a pilot?
I don't know, Mark. How do you know?
They tell you in the first 10 seconds, just like Steve. You meet someone at Walmart or somewhere, or you're standing in line. The pilots somehow always work it into a conversation. I'm not saying you always do this, but an example would be, Tom, it's a beautiful day out. And you would say, it is. I should be up flying today.
All right.
So pilots always.
Are you saying that's because they feel like...
superior?
Okay. Well...
Well, I'm just saying.
Know,
did you hear
him?
That
2% of the population are pilots? That's why they feel special. But did you know? Hold on now.
I'm surprised 2%, actually.
No, I am too. But we looked it up specifically. 2% of the population. But how many helicopter pilots? I was very shocked. How many helicopter pilots do you think are in the entire country?
In the country?
Yeah, I was shocked by this number. In the entire
640.
No, God, more.
I don't know. Okay.
35,000. Don't you think that is... I thought that was too small of a number, 35,000 in the entire country?
That's a lot.
So
I think
if we ever need to organize a militia, it would be pretty difficult with just 35,000.
That's true.
Anyway.
But you would all know you're all pilots very quickly.
Yes, in 5 minutes. I never talk about it. I mean, if I do, it's to other pilots. Joe, what's happening, sir?
Hey, good morning, Tom.
Yes,
I was
sir.
just calling to kind of gauge how valid my frustrations are with a general contractor that's doing some remodeling at our house.
Okay, like what are you frustrated? By the way, most people are frustrated with general contractors. Sometimes it's just something because we're hypersensitive, we're in the middle of a project. The bigger the project, the more frustrations. What is your frustration? I'll tell you if it's common.
Well, and I listened to you a lot, so
sure.
I tried to be a good shopper when we were picking out the GC, and one of the things I was asking was reliability of his subs. And were they, his dedicated subs and that kind of thing? The answer was they're reliable and they're his subs. And yet they've not been reliable. We had like a 3-week delay with the plumber not being able to show up. The hardwood guys got
That's
delayed.
because everyone's so busy. So those kinds of delays, man, everybody is experiencing them regardless of quality. Usually you have good, honest people that try to do their best. But you bring up a good point. When you hire a GC, a general contractor, you're hiring whoever he uses. You're not hiring him. I mean, he's the organizer. He's the orchestra conductor. But truly, the subs are the magic. So when somebody says, I want to buy this kind of house or that kind of house, do you realize that kind of house that you just bought, when you buy it, it could be a totally different house because totally different people work on it. It's not like some magic branding thing. And unless you have someone who just babysits each and every job and hires people to certain specs. But right now, general contractors are mostly not doing that. Mostly what they're doing is they're hiring whoever they can get and get at a reasonable price. So I can see the frustrations you're having. Do you mind mentioning the general contractor? I'd be concerned. I want to know if they're on the referral list.
I don't think they're on the referral list.
And so here's the deal. Everyone's having that problem. Now, we have great general contractors on the referral list, and some of them are better than others, but delays are going to happen. And, man, it happens.
Well,
Mark went through. Yeah, we have Genesis Total Exteriors. We love these guys, okay? We love them. And Mark Szymanski has gone through some rough times with delays and all that, but he uses the same contractors over and over and over, and so does AAA. It's AAA Home Improvements. Toby, he's a great guy. We have Christie's.
Mark took care of that last window customer.
AAA Taurus. Is it Ordine?
How about Moses in Colorado Springs?
Oh, what a great guy. Listen, I'm telling you, man, we have some great people, but I will tell you that they're going to have the same problems. Now I don't know, they might manage a little better, but if that is the problem, the delays, how's the quality? I'd rather ask that. How's the quality?
Well, and that was going to be my follow-up is, in general, the quality's pretty good, but like especially on the hardwood floors, I felt like they were doing rushed work. You know, there was some, you know, and I'm forgetting the terms right now, but you have kind of a hand-selected install and then a generic pack install where they're not really paying attention to the compatibility of the boards necessarily.
No, you're right. You're right. Hand select is more. It will cost you more every time.
Sure. And I get that. And in general, they did a good job. There were a few spots I might have done a little bit different.
Is there anything you want us to do?
Just tell me whether or not I'm overreacting.
How long has been your longest delay?
3 weeks.
Okay, you're not overreacting, but you don't have a concern. I'm serious because of the market, Joe. I'm just saying, you know, I would be doing that too because you're in a state of flux. But right now, jobs can run as much as 6 weeks behind. Honest to God. Charles, you wanted to talk about an insurance review. Charles?
Yes.
What about it? Did you get one?
No, I need one. I guess that's what I was going to call.
Okay, good. You know what? We can do this kind of one live. We asked them to call the help center at 303-771-HELP. But we will do this with you. Go down just for the heck of it to give you an idea of what you're paying, and then we'll put you on hold, and they will get you an actual real quote for sure. Okay, so hold on. And when we're talking about subs and we're talking about companies, I have to mention K&H Home Solutions because I've known Ted Rowland for about 30 years. He took over K&H Windows, changed it to K&H Home Solutions. They've been in business 62 years in general. And right now they have this Everlast siding, and it is truly a remarkable siding. Here's what I love about it. They have talc and other minerals included in this, and it's a composite material that the color goes through and through. It's a forever product. And it has a beautiful cedar texture and look, and you can get it in a palette of colors, and really a lifetime of durability. K&H is giving $6,200 off at the entire siding purchase. All you have to do is go to khwindows.com and make an appointment. khwindows.com. Of course, if you have questions, you can call 303-421-7100. That's khwindows.com.
This report is from once in a while. Yeah, that pilot was a fast man.
So the correct way to say it is, how can you tell someone you're talking with is a pilot in the first 5 minutes?
That's what he was going to say,
I ain't kidding. I had a manager or something.
No, we do. Every time
I don't think I've ever had him meet one of my clients that he didn't.
They work at him. God, that guy mentioned the cockpit pilot 3-4 times.
I know. You couldn't pilot.
now he doesn't have his glasses. I thought you were going to say
I never talk about it except with other pilots.
Yeah, right.
I don't.
Yeah, I can see him at a restaurant.
I never.
I'll have the steak. By the way, I'm a pilot.
When I tell them when they say that, he says, "Yeah, I am too. I can fly a drone."
Hey, that's a nice shirt you have there. Oh, thanks. I'm a pilot.
I wear it while I'm flying.
Boy, it's rainy out today.
Yeah, Greg never told us. Greg never told us.
Well, okay, but that's his job. It's a little different.
Well, no, that's what I mean.
Well, he did tell us. We knew he was a...
We asked him what he did.
Okay.
And then we don't stop talking about it.
Only MDs deliver the injection.
He's my friend Greg. He's a pilot.
See my watch? It's great to see at night when I'm flying.
You know what time it is? Oh, yeah. Yeah, exactly. See my watch?
It's time to fly.
It glows in the dark, so when I'm in my cockpit.
I thought you were going to remark about how can you see flying.
Oh, that'd be fun. That would be fun.
So if somebody put on a car and you know how they do the 20 or 30,000 mile better than because you have another price they gave me. I don't have it yet.
No, you have to do it.
Oh, I keep everything. I keep everything.
You're welcome.
Modern is your full service one-stop shop for all kitchen
Mark also has a talent where he can tell you where you got.
Oh no, it's crazy.
Where you what?
Where you got?
He's got like.
All right. You have a talent that says what?
Shoes. I can tell you exactly where you got those shoes.
Where?
Where you bet me lunch.
All right.
You got those shoes on your feet. Lunch.
He's so stupid. They do that to everybody. God almighty.
Man, I can't. You're the sister of Tom, the troubleshooter, and you just got okie doke for lunch.
You were right about the mindset.
I bet you I can tell you where you got your shirt too.
Yeah.
You were right about the glasses. What about it? It's the glass option that's being the real problem.
Because he wants wax.
You know,
Yeah,
They scratch
nobody
quicker
has
than
a lab for that.
Mine are polycarbonate.
I get scratch
they're the
lead.
they won't do. I mean,
They put something on it.
If you don't have your glasses, they're at a repair shop for 60 days.
They also, the scratch coat, they put
She owes me lunch.
I
Oh,
know
yeah?
lunch.
The good one? I told her where
So
she
what
got
did
her
we
shoes.
claim? Are they? Did you light a fire? Did they say they'd get on it? What can we tell the guy?
Nobody, they said nobody they know of has a lab in Colorado to do glass. They have their own lab, but only.
Can you call Stack Optical as an expert? I want to ask him a question.
Here's a.
I'd like to get Alan on. If you can't get Alan, get Damien.
You can get online glasses now. If you can give them a prescription, they'll do it much cheaper.
I think this is that line 4 seems about as bizarre as you
I
can
have
get.
mine down Mexico. It's the 1 hour wait. 1 hour.
Maybe the internet, they don't do business in Colorado. So that doesn't mean
They gave us a good deal. They did. And that $500 deductible.
They called in?
No.
Send it to me. I want to read it. That's bizarre. Are they nuts?
What are you talking about?
I don't know. I never talked to
Line
him.
4.
I don't even, it's like, it's got to be like a Mark horse.
I-95 and
It is.
How what? Oh, I need to check. That's how it's coming. It's coming good. We both got to pony up this next
That's her stepmom.
I'm going to Friday. I got a 38-minute video that I got to go through, but it's really working good. It's really working good. It's to the point where we can set and ask how many windows and determine what to sell the bid for, how to sell the bid. I mean, it's functional.
You're on that. I'm going to be on the, I'm going to be all over the marketing. Now listen, on the other thing, I want to get you and Mike here at the same time to interview.
He wanted to know if you tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, I guess you told him tomorrow. He wanted to make sure you're still
I got to call. Okay, I got to call my guy and see. I got to call my videographer.
It could have been a phone call.
You're up.
I didn't know she was.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show.
Century RV, if you're looking for fun, Century RV, they have 2 locations. The 119 turnoff to Longmont, north of the city on I-25. Great place with a service department. But what I really love is the 32,000 square foot showroom just north of 6th Avenue between Kipling and Sims next to Woodley's. And that is my phone's ringing in the middle of my show. I'm sorry. That is centuryrv.com, 303-451-1111. Mark got his RV there. He just went out with his dad this weekend. It's great fun. RV, I often say it stands for real vacation. centuryrv.com. Okay, so we're talking about this deal with eyeglasses. Now, you're telling me that Steve is delayed for his eyeglasses because
ABBA has a lot of locations and they have their own lab, but they cannot do glass.
So what are they going to do about it? They're
sending them out.
They're sending them out.
Yes.
But why does it take so long? Because of the glass.
Because it's becoming very rare.
I want to ask Alan Stack, who's on our referral list with Stack Optical. He's not the one involved in this order. But Alan, is it really difficult to get glass lenses if someone insists on glass?
Yeah, it is. There's only one company left that's actually making the glass.
Oh, so there's obviously... How much of a delay would it be, do you think?
Well, it's a tough one because we actually still make glass here. In other words, we still can get the glass lens and we edge them and harden them here. So usually we're looking at about 3 or 4 days.
Oh, Stack Optical can do it in 3 or 4 days. because you do it right there.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah,
Why does it take 3 or 4 days, though? Is that just the backlog, or literally how long does it take once you do it?
It takes that long to get the blank in.
Yeah. Alan can go back in his lab and do it within minutes.
I have some hardening processes here, so I still do, I don't know, probably a dozen glass lenses.
Is there any better reason to have them?
No.
Alan, that's what I was going to ask. Is it a fallacy that they don't scratch as easily as the plastics?
No. Glass is probably the most scratch resistant of all, even with scratch coatings.
Okay, good.
Get
good.
better than that.
So it is better.
Yes.
Okay. But why did everyone go to plastics then?
Well, because it's improved so much. Years ago, you could tell the difference in optics between glass and plastic.
And now you can't.
Now you can't. No, they've improved the plastic optics so much better, and the high index and all the different types of materials. Now they're all equal.
All right. Well, thank you. That's Alan Stack, Stack Optical. Man, he's been on my referral list so many years I can't remember. 303-321-1578. That's Stack Optical. So you heard that, Steve. If you went to Stack, he could do it in a few days. And
okay, I got it. I'll go next year, and I'll just have to wait.
Yeah, unless, of course, once you get a prescription, you can cancel that and just bring your prescription over there, I think. I think the eye care with insurance is for the exam and all of that, but I think you can have your glasses done anywhere. But that's up to you and your insurance. And, Charles, speaking of insurance review, we're back to you now. Okay, yes. What is your situation? What do you have insured under one policy?
Well, I actually have two, because I'm down here in Arizona, and we listen to you on iHeartRadio all
Sure,
the time.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
The thing is, I have a car up in the Littleton, and then I have two down here in Gilbert, Arizona.
Does that make it weird when you have cars mixed?
No.
No? Okay. And so you have 3 cars.
Yeah, and of course the 2 different policies, because you can't have the same policy in one thing. And I've been
wait, Matt.
Sometimes you can. There are certain companies that can do a garage address difference. You're right. A lot of companies do require 2 different policies, but you don't have to do it that way always.
Okay,
yeah,
so
I have a USAA, and I've had them for 50 years, I guess, or more. So
God.
Yeah, and that's one of the questions that he's calling is I've had the same company for so many years
that you're paying too much.
Am I paying too much? However, they have been so good to me.
How? Flowers, candy, what?
Had a problem with roofs when I was up in the Denver area. They had 2 roofs on 2 different homes up in the Denver area.
And that's called according to contract. So what was the good part?
Well, they seemed to cover everything I wanted.
Which is contractual. I wanted to know the extra stuff, the good stuff.
Well, put it away. Their adjusters would come out, talk to me, even the
that means something
on the phone.
That means something.
Yeah, good customer relationship.
Good. That means something. That does. Yeah. But if you're overpaying, it doesn't. Well, I mean, really, if you're overpaying. So where do you? Let's just take one thing at a time. You're homeowners.
Yes.
How many homes?
Just the one here in Arizona.
And how big is that house?
3,100 square feet.
And what are you paying on that house?
Oh, that house. I didn't look at that one.
Are you only calling about the cars?
Yeah, really about the cars, because but the homeowners is running me about $1,200, somewhere in that ballpark.
Arizona's about half, maybe less than what you'd pay in Colorado for homeowners insurance, maybe a third even.
Oh, it's cheap.
Oh, it's really cheap. They don't have catastrophes like we have here.
Okay.
Right.
And then what about your cars? What are you paying for your cars?
Well, the car, though, put it this way, my one in the Denver area, I'm paying. Well, they say 6-month premium here is with a discount, it's $182.
It's not bad.
It's a 1983 GMC van, so it's a really old.
You don't
car.
have collision covered.
No.
All right, hold on a second. Okay, here's what we're going to do, Charles. Suzanne, take his number, please. And we'll get the Insurance Help Center to call him back and review policy by policy. Okay, you got it? Is she listening? Okay, cool. All right, 303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Wayne, what's happening, sir? Wayne?
Yes, hi, Tom.
What's happening?
I got a mess going on here. I had to file charges against my soon-to-be ex-wife for making a video of a 13-year-old child, which is my biological child, not hers. The 13-year-old has gotten curious about her body, was actually playing with herself, and this woman filmed it.
Wait a minute. This woman, your soon-to-be ex-wife, filmed your biological daughter, her stepdaughter, masturbating?
Yes, she did.
Okay, but did your daughter know she was being filmed?
She had no knowledge of it.
So your daughter was in a room and the wife snuck in there, or what?
It was actually 2 o'clock in the morning, and my biological daughter moved out because this woman scared her, and her bedroom was next to her bedroom.
Okay, so your daughter...
So she moved to a different, she was sleeping downstairs. This woman snuck out by 2, 3 in the morning when she was doing this downstairs.
Okay.
And she filmed this.
Okay. How do you know this? Like, did the stepmom say, "Hey, Missy, I got a tape of you," or what? How did she find out she had a tape?
I found out she had it. I told her to get
rid of it. But how? How do you have a conversation like that? How did it come to light?
It came to light because she came to me and said, "I want to show you what your daughter was doing." And she showed me the video,
so
and
she
I
thought,
said,
"Here,
oh my God, get rid of this."
Okay, and did the woman say, "I want to show you what your daughter's doing. I think she needs help"? Was she truly in her own warped way trying to help, or was she trying to be weird? I mean, come on, you know the difference.
She was trying to say how bad the child is.
Okay. Now, why is this child... Hold on. Are you still living in this home?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Where were you when this happened? Where were you when this happened?
I was asleep myself, but not in the same room as her.
Okay. Now, Wayne, you and your wife sleep in separate bedrooms.
Yeah, we were, because we were having marital problems at the point.
Are you getting a divorce for sure? Have you filed?
Yeah, I started the divorce actually in January of this year.
But it had nothing to do with this. You did it on your own for other reasons.
I did it on the reasons because this woman has tried to commit suicide. She slept in the trunk of my car. She has shown a lot of psychological issues over the years.
How long have you been married to this woman?
We have been officially married for 4 years.
Do you have any children with her?
Unfortunately, I do have one. She just had a baby. That is my biological baby.
You have a newborn. How old is it? How old is your...
She is now 3 months old.
Oh, God. This could have something to do with that, postpartum depression or like problems. A 3-month-old daughter, and then what about your 13-year-old? Do you have any other children from a previous marriage?
No, I only have the 13-year-old and the newborn child.
Okay.
But this was done before the baby was even born.
How long ago was the video taken?
The video was taken, I think, like November or December of last year, somewhere around there. I told her to delete it.
When did you find out about it?
I found it was like November or December of last year. I found out recently in March she still had that video.
What is she doing with it?
I don't know. I don't know if she shared it. I don't know if she was viewing it and enjoying it. I have no clue.
Okay.
I went to the police to file...
What did the police do?
The police came to the house, talked to the child, the 13-year-old, talked to her, seized her phone. When they seized the phone, they found the video still on that phone.
Did they arrest her?
They have not arrested her. That's why I'm calling you. The DA has had the charges since April 20th.
What's the name of the police department?
It would be the Pueblo County Sheriff's Department.
Well, that goes to show. We have found Pueblo to be the most lax jurisdiction we have ever found. We had a guy outside the door of 2 single ladies just being absolutely crazy, and Pueblo did nothing. Pueblo is I swear to God, they're backward. I think if they saw somebody abusing a little boy, they would offer them a room. I mean, it's so disgusting down there. It's disgusting. So,
this is highly disgusting, and that's why I've been contacting the DA.
Yeah, I don't know if they're a bunch of pervs. I don't know what the hell is going on in Pueblo, but there's something very seriously wrong with law enforcement in Pueblo. We have gotten this complaint so many times, not about a 13-year-old girl video, but similar, where Pueblo simply turns their head because they don't know what to do. Hold on one second. This is very, very serious. You hold on. We need to contact the Pueblo DA to find out if they're going to file charges on a woman who tapes a girl masturbating and keeps it on her phone. I'll tell you this, if it was a guy doing it, he'd be in jail, and if it was a 16-year-old boy, his life would be ended, and he would be, trust me, why the hell are they giving this woman a pass? Hold on a second. This is very, 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 very disturbing. I cannot believe it. And talking about sickos like this, I'm telling you something. That woman could be the victim of some postpartum depression. But listen, there are problems in this world. Part of that is what we deal with on this show. We always talk about stuff like addiction. And the segue here truly is, if you have anyone in your family, anyone in your circle with an addiction, there is a place you can call for information. Now, it is a treatment center. They have multiple locations in Denver. But the purpose of this is not to get you to enroll. It's to get you to call for information. People need information when they're confronted with addiction. Like, how do I know how long it's been going on? What do I look for? What are the signs? How do I know if it's getting worse? How do I approach them? How much does it cost for treatment? What different kinds of treatment are there? Does insurance pay for treatment? What do I do about it? That's really what it's all about. You need information, because nothing gets changed by just letting it be. The Raleigh House is the name of the place, and they have this line, confidential, private, no charge, no obligation. Call them. 720-893-5559. There is no question off base. 720-893-5559.
They will act on it faster than the police.
Wayne?
He's the father of the 13-year-old.
Find out about the National Abuse Hotline.
A National Abuse Hotline, they check on it within 24 hours.
Wow.
That's what he should have done first. And then
made the video like at 2 o'clock.
But they act
Did
on
you
it.
get this call before?
It was either a call or an email. I can't remember.
This should have been put to the top of the list.
Well, but if this happened
We got it.
6-7 months ago, she still lives there.
Okay, do you want me to get on the DA down?
Yeah, if you want to help Suzanne, she's already making the call. Okay. How much time do I have, bro?
Oh, shit. You never pay a until the job is done.
This is sick.
303-761-6400.
Yeah. You blow out USAA, so easily there.
Also on my referrals.com. 303-761-6400. Call whether you have old damage or new, or you simply need repairs, or
Correction, Chelsea Clinton is not married to Soros' nephew. Her husband is the son of a corrupt senator. So sorry. God, she went. I wonder if she was on a bender.
303-942-1386 for a thorough and free inspection.
Islam is not a race, lefties. Islam includes every race of people.
Of course. But everybody gets the race.
I apologize, and I am now leaving Twitter.
The whole thing on race is, they say racism for the Mexicans. They're not a race. I mean, there's only like 4 races.
Stranglehold of addiction. You and your family can't lose another precious day to this horrible disease. If you or someone you know is abusing alcohol, prescription drugs, hard illegal drugs, or if it's a mental health issue,
Do you do Twitter, Matt?
or trauma related to substance abuse.
Have you ever followed anybody on that there?
I hear things on the news.
Right. That's the only thing. I can't even believe someone would want those. I guess you get updates, right? Is that the way it works? You just if you were saying,
That'd make me nuts.
I'd be up all night. That's the way Twitter works. Is all of a sudden there's an update. These people put in there, boom, you get it.
I don't know, but poor Roseanne. My God, she went fucking crazy.
Yeah. They're going to have, no matter what, you could be Mother Teresa, send one out, and they're going to be people.
Someone's not going to like it.
Yeah. But, God, that whole thing with half Muslim, half Asian. It's pretty fucking,
Who said that?
Roseanne.
Said about Janet, what's her name? Valerie. She was Obama's lawyer. Valerie, what's her name?
She's going to lose her show over this?
Jeez, I don't know, man.
I mean, the way
one writer, I didn't know Wanda, who Wanda Sykes is?
Yeah.
She was a writer on there. She said
I didn't know that.
She's very centric. Yeah, I know her.
Yeah, Sykes. She's on Curb Your Enthusiasm all the time. She's got a potty mouth.
Who is that? Wanda Sykes. She's on Blackish.
I love Wanda Sykes. I know, but she's got a potty mouth. She's bitching about Roseanne.
She was a writer on the show.
Boy, what did Roseanne say?
Oh man, she had a little tweet storm. The one that really got everybody going was
What?
let me find it here.
Valerie Jarrett.
Call Joe Lazare if you get a chance. I want to ask him something about this video and about crime.
Okay,
thanks.
What'd you say?
She said that Valerie Jarrett is the baby of the Muslim Brotherhood and Planet of the Apes.
Oh my God. Roseanne Barr?
What's wrong? Oh, I love that show. Though.
I don't.
So funny.
Roseanne?
Oh my God, it's so funny.
I saw the very ever since she sang the Star Spangled Banner holding her crotch.
I watched the first episode.
Yeah, that was kind of bad.
When did she do that? I vaguely
20 years
remember
ago. 20 years
Yeah,
ago.
I mean, where was it though? Like a baseball game?
Yes.
Yeah, like a
Disrespect.
Shea Stadium.
Oh yeah, I
It was
remember
so
that.
disrespectful. I just don't like shit.
Ever drive up to your home,
God,
the garage door opener?
That's so weird. I do remember
But
that.
anyway, when there's any suspicion of anything, because you don't actually know what happened or what that woman did with that video, you call the National Abuse Hotline. Even if you think there's an abuse that occurred, they will decipher, they will break it down, and they will call authorities.
Well, if he's so worried about her, why is she still living with him? Though?
Yeah.
Exactly.
5-6 months later,
Right.
You know, I'd take my kid and go.
Oh my God,
Yeah.
Or she's
Well,
going.
he's got a
Someone's
new
going.
baby too, man.
Well, I mean,
Oh, it's so sad.
But this happened way
Besides.
before. So this happened months ago.
Hi, Tom Martino, your troubleshooter.
303-713-TALK, 713-8255. Pro Auto Care's your car nanny. They take care of me, and in between all my repairs, I have roadside assistance, which is helping me right now, actually, with a flat. You know what? I called them this morning, and they say, yep, we'll tow you from anywhere. Just tell us. It was that easy. You just tell them I just said I'm a customer of Pro Auto Care in Denver. You call this national hotline. So, you know, but you don't go there just for the roadside assistance in between all repairs. You go there because they keep track of your car. They do all of your services. You don't have to go to a dealer. 303 Pro Auto. 2 locations, Evans and I-25, and then Bowles, just south of Bowles on Santa Fe. It's 303 Pro Auto, and the website 303proauto.com. All right, this is a crazy story. Did he hang up, or is Clint talking to him?
Yeah, Clint's talking to him, Tom. You want me to call him back? I can get him back going if you want.
No, we can wait, and then I want Joe Lazara. I want to ask him a question.
I'm working on that.
Wayne said he's been married to a woman 4 years, has a daughter, a 13-year-old, from a previous marriage. And his wife doesn't like the daughter, apparently. And in an effort to build a case against her, snuck down to her bedroom and videotaped her masturbating. Now, this is a 13-year-old girl, and this woman has a videotape of it. The husband, who is the biological father of this girl, the mom is not biological. The mom married him. This is from a previous marriage. Wayne said, get rid of that video. It's disgusting. He said they're having marital problems and other issues. He said 6 months later, she still has that video. He called the police. Pueblo, of course, Pueblo Sheriff's Department did nothing. Pueblo prosecutor did nothing. And they're just letting it stand. Do you know how quickly a boy or a man would be in custody in any jurisdiction? This woman, why is she getting a pass? She's a stepmom who took videotape of a 13-year-old girl masturbating and has it on her phone. So what's good? Clint, did you talk to the prosecutor or anyone?
No, I got the call.
Well, let's call him. Let's call him, man. I mean, this is crazy. This is absolutely crazy. But I want to warn you, Pueblo Sheriff's Department, we have had other complaints, and Pueblo prosecutors turn their backs on sexual crimes and assaults. They turn their backs. It's amazing to me how lackadaisical they are. And not just on sexual crimes. Wasn't the crazy neighbor from Pueblo?
Oh, that woman was a nut. She'd go out front screaming.
I mean, I don't know what the hell these guys do in Pueblo. I feel sorry for you if you live in Pueblo County. I feel sorry for you. And you have to depend on the Pueblo County Sheriff's Department or the DA's office. I feel sorry for you. What the hell do you have to do to get arrested down there? What do you have to do? You know the joke. He can't even get arrested. Well, he's probably in Pueblo. I'm telling you, this is crazy. But people, I would express my concern if you live in Pueblo. Here you have what seems to be a sex offender. Now, there's a national hotline you can call, and maybe we ought to look into that. So we're going to talk to Wayne after we get Joe Lazara back up. So try to get Joe Lazara on, and we'll talk to Wayne. 303-713-8255. Tony, what's going on with you? And by the way, Matt Cornair, we're going to check back in with you for some examples. That first example was extraordinary. We saved somebody $3,000. I have to remind you, the hotline is still going on. I keep forgetting to remind you. But our help center, we have insurance experts from Compass Insurance Group giving free quotes on any of your insurance you already have. Just a phone call can save you a bunch of money, and if you have a great deal, they'll let you know. And that's 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. What's going on, Tony? Tony, what's happening? Tony, are you there? Okay, I'm going to hang up on Tony. Sorry about that. All right, now, we have a line open at 303-713-TALK, and we're going to talk to Brian. Brian, what's happening, Brian?
Hey, guys, I really love your show.
Thank you, man.
It's awesome.
Thank you.
So I lease a Subaru right now.
Yes.
And my situation has changed from when I started leasing it. It's a 3-year lease, 10,000 miles per year, and it's 1 year old. So right now, I currently have 47,000 miles on it.
Oh my God! How many miles did you sign up for?
30,000.
A year?
3 years.
No, you were only supposed to have 30,000 in 3 years.
Correct.
So you have a 30.
Situation.
Why did you sign up for? Oh, because you thought you could stay within that limit. Hold on a second. We'll talk about how to get out of this gracefully, if at all. But you got to hold on. Centennial Schultz for stem cell therapy. If you have stem cell therapy, or you want stem cell therapy, I urge you not to go to a chiropractor's office and have them shove amniotic fluid in you. You cannot get true stem cells by shipping amniotic fluid. It must be. The only way you can do it is by harvesting stem cells at the time at the office. So the way the FDA has it right now, they can't pull it from amniotic fluid, they can't condense it, they can't ship it. So when a chiropractor tells you you're getting stem cell therapy, they're lying to you. Maybe not intentionally, but it's a lie. Centennial Schultz, MDs, surgeons, doctors for stem cell therapy, and they're the first to tell you that stem cell therapy is only going to help maybe 10% of the time. They won't even give it to you unless they think it'll help. And then they have other alternatives, okay? So that's the real deal. Centennial Schultz, also known as Regenex, 303-963-9201. That's Centennial Schultz.
Tom, I do have a call into the PIO at Pueblo County DA's office.
I don't know how the hell these people.
Really, when we looked on the phone and it was there, should have been a whole.
Jesus. How do you have that on your phone and not get immediately arrested?
Immediately.
If it's your daughter, it doesn't matter. You have that is kitty corner. I know. How was she not arrested?
Maybe the cops never saw the video?
No, they said they
confiscated the phone, and it was on there.
They found it on the phone.
You know, Pueblo County is really atrocious. I swear to God.
They're broke, man.
What's the city in Pueblo?
Pueblo.
Oh, that's it?
There's other ones, but.
So it's the city of itself.
Yeah, like
City
that.
of County. I don't think there's other cities marked within it, maybe, but
That I definitely.
Yeah, Pueblo West.
Is that really what it's called?
Yeah, there's a Pueblo West. That's another little town.
I mean by big and small, they are big when it comes
Nah,
to
they're horrible.
They do. They can get you any Granite.
Well, this woman would come out of her house
and that's all you'll pay is wholesale.
yelling at kids
So he's equivalent to
at the top of her lungs, and the things she was yelling were just so crazy evil. And no one, they called the cops, like 10 different neighbors called the cops. They wouldn't arrest her. Finally, they did arrest her. But it took, how long did it take? Like months. We had every neighbor sending us stuff. God, she was, I mean, she was truly a Looney Tune.
Beautiful cabinets direct from the
Just
manufacturer, and
crazy.
everything you do in the kitchen, in the bathroom, free. Meaning, if you
Didn't she spray paint like a swastika on something? On her fence, yeah.
the old kitchen free.
And the kids would see this stuff. It was just crazy.
303-386-5919.
Well, she got arrested for something, but I don't think it was that.
I think she's gone from Pueblo, though. Her parents lived in Boulder, if I recall. They bought her a house and shipped her off because, you know, they couldn't.
So, Mark, I'm trying to get this half-hour show done before Friday. They need it submitted.
Good.
But they wanted me to do closed captioning. I can't do that. So
It doesn't automatically do it?
No, my program doesn't. But, or Joe has to pay for that. I mean, I'm not picking up the cost for closed captioning. That's not part of it. Because they said your video producer will have to pay for closed captioning. Well, I think they mean who's ever placing the ad. So you just got to explain to Joe, there's a closed captioning fee. I'm not paying.
Did Joe want it or 9 News want it?
They require it, they said.
Oh, they require it. But your program doesn't automatically do it.
No, I don't know.
You sure?
How would it?
I have a 20-year-old, or excuse me, I have a 19-year-old.
I wouldn't be surprised if it did it.
I live by
Or is it a
Well, it's the sheriff's department. I think the city has books.
Oh, wow, look.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
And
They did
well,
cancel.
the sheriff's department, there's two, I think.
Oh.
Oh my gosh.
This Final Cut Pro X.
Dude,
So what?
so
I
my
told you.
oldest
I
is
don't think that's that.
high functioning autistic, so he's done really well with the dogs. That's why
They canceled Roseanne.
They did?
Yep.
They what?
They did?
They canceled her show.
For that one
I
night?
wondered.
Are you shitting me?
I'm glad.
And that was the most successful moneymaker they had.
That first episode of the reboot, 20 million viewers.
Wait a minute. You know
They
how people are
really
rejoicing over this being canceled? Was it racist? What is the planet? Well, hold on. What is the Planet of the Apes thing? What does that mean, though?
Planet of the Apes is a show.
But what does it mean? A cross between what?
So she's part monkey, she's part monkey.
You can't say ape.
You
What does that
dude.
mean? But what does that even mean?
I don't know. I don't get it either.
It's very racist, very, very racist.
It was when you talked about black people, but not.
But the person she's saying it to isn't a black person.
She's a white
Oh, it
person.
isn't? I'm saying,
What's
say
her
it
name?
again. Say the statement. I forgot.
Valerie Jarrett. Valerie Jarrett, she was attorney for the Obamas.
Well, the
Said it was a
Obama.
cross of.
What does she look like?
She's white.
Is it I know, but is it attacking her looks? I don't understand what it's.
She was the attorney for the Obamas, did you say?
She used to be an attorney for them. Yeah.
Boy,
Mark,
I bet
I
you.
guess we have.
That's
I
the
bet
link.
Goodman is just. Oh my God! Everybody on that show's got to be so pissed at her right now.
Yeah, but
You know how much money that
Hi,
blew?
Tom Martino.
Your troubleshooter, 303-713-TALK.
Yep.
Listen, Simply Floors Inc. is the company. Some guy's emailing me that you heard earlier. Simply Floors Inc. It is Buddy Mitchell, but it's not just a one-man show. He owns it. That's what I meant. Now he has designers that he sends out to your home to help coordinate floor coverings, and you still save the money. All of that's included. And yes, you can save up to 40% over even the big boxes. Yes, you can. SimplyFloorsInc.com. It's 52nd and Ward, okay? But he likes you to go on site, Simply Floors Inc., that's INC, like incorporated, SimplyFloorsInc.com, and make your own appointment. It's a cool way to go, and either he'll come out or he'll send someone out to help do the deal, bring samples, or you can go to the showroom, 52nd and Ward, or both, SimplyFloorsInc.com. All right, so the Roseanne show was canceled. That's big news.
That's what it's saying.
We talk entertainment here sometimes.
Wow.
Because she made a an off-color comment, but I don't understand the comment. See, I don't understand it. It says that somebody, she was referring to a woman attorney.
I'm trying to find it again.
But I don't understand. If someone can, I truly, I mean, I imagine it's offensive, but I didn't understand what it meant to begin with. It did not make sense to me. 303-713-8255.
Man, think
now,
if you're
Brian,
John Goodman or any of the other people in that show,
well, it was,
that payday went away.
But it was currently the most successful show on the air.
Oh, God. 20 million viewers the first relaunch?
And then it was one of the top rated
You were in TV. How hard is it to get 20 million viewers?
Of course.
It's impossible.
Especially today.
That's what I mean.
With splintered audiences. Brian.
Yes.
Okay, so you have an auto lease. 3-year auto lease with a Subaru. You were supposed to put basically 10,000 miles a year on it and turn it in with 30,000 miles. You are into this lease 1 year and you have 47,000 miles on it. And what can you do about it? Well, there are going to be hefty penalties and all kinds of stuff. But there is the only...
You can prepay miles. I mean, he's still going to get destroyed on this. But a lot of lease companies will allow you to buy miles ahead of time before the lease. It's still not nearly as cost effective. But
that's Matt Corneo from
He should be able to contact
Group.
him and then start to pre-buy miles.
There's another thing. You can buy the car.
Okay.
Now, you don't buy the car now because you will get an early termination penalty, even if you buy it. So what you want to do is just live the lease for 3 years. And at the end of 3 years, because you're going to buy it, you can absorb the damage. It's not going to be penalized because the dealer's not going to have to take it. If you want to buy it, you will be overpaying for a car with more miles than it would be normally, but you're not paying a penalty. Whereas if the dealer takes it back at the end of the lease, you will pay a hefty penalty and get nothing in return. So I tell people in an untenable situation of having a lease that they did not live up to, you can buy it. Now, you may decide not to and just pay the penalty and start saving for the penalty now. Really, so those are your two choices. I mean, you either live the lease and turn it back, pay penalty, or buy it and you absorb that penalty. And if you take care of the car, the penalty won't mean anything because you'll be buying a car that you yourself used, and you're buying a used car from yourself. I'm Tom Martino. We have a lot more to go. Stick around on the Troubleshooter Show.
No, it says, listen to this, the woman Valerie Jarrett, who is an African-American born in Iran.
How can you be an African-American and being born in Iran?
Now that is, oh my God, now. If you're African-American and Muslim, she's a cross between Planet of the Apes and how do you let that go?
Yeah, but
Planet of the Apes
and what? You didn't understand it. You got to say another statement that you just read it.
Because I didn't realize she was African-American.
Oh my God, go back on and make sure you correct that, please.
No, I will.
Okay. That's horrendous.
Okay, I show Just Fix It and Lazara, bro.
I wonder if she was drunk or something. I mean,
okay, you're right.
What is she thinking?
She's stupid.
And that's beyond stupid, though.
No, that's hateful, though.
She just
flew her. And she's not a hateful person, really. I heard her speak, and I did not think she was.
We went to an event where she spoke with.
Were you with us?
For women.
Were you with us?
Yeah.
Because we went to
the Excelsior.
Yes, you were with us. You're right.
And she was there, raising money for women.
I've never been a fan of her.
I've always loved the show. Loved it.
No, I love the show.
I agree.
Nope.
I'm Lisa Brady.
I didn't like the
A
show.
company statement from Walt Disney's ABC just released confirming that they are canceling the reboot of the Roseanne Show.
Where are we going to get $3,000 for the deductible?
Look, if it's between you OGing and me coming up with the money, I'll figure out something.
They came back earlier this year to
Look, I cannot believe
It's on there now.
and
She's also going to be branded. She's going to be branded a hateful racist, man.
No, that's why I want you to correct yourself.
She lives out in Hawaii.
considered racist. And ABC
She'll go off grid.
Republican.
I feel bad for Goodman. I think he's one of the nicest and best actors
All
out
of
He's
them.
awesome, actually.
All of them on there. Can they do the show without her?
He's awesome.
No way.
No.
No way. She was the show.
How about
That'd be like Seinfeld without
House
Jerry.
of Cards? I loved House of Cards.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, listen, you gotta watch House of Cards from the beginning.
Okay, I'll do that.
You have to.
All right.
From season 1.
God, I can't
It
believe
is
she
one
did
of the
that.
most compelling shows. Oh my God.
I really like the show too,
But
man.
it's
I'm all like
canceled.
bummed out that
I like the show. I like some seasons.
I bet they'll sell them to like Netflix.
Each
Someone will
season
buy
kind of
them.
wraps
She's
up.
always rubbed me the wrong way for some reason.
Or they'll pop up on.
Well, I can say
some
that
underground.
She's very likable. I just never thought she was that funny.
Oh, the show. That's how
No, the
exactly
show.
it is.
There's something about her. I just never.
I agree. I really like the show, but
I didn't like the show.
But I didn't
your
care
show
for
was
it.
that good.
Right.
Yeah, I love John Goodman.
I think Gilbert was, she's a genius playing that kid on that original Roseanne.
Melissa Gilbert or
she is a,
yeah.
Is that the older one or younger one?
Dark hair.
Fuzzy haired one.
Yeah.
Isn't she on The View?
Yep.
Yes.
She is so, oh, that'll be interesting to see what they
Yeah,
have.
what she has to say.
God, they all blew it. You realize that paycheck they all, how about the ones that never really went anywhere? I mean,
But if
Gilbert
you're-
went somewhere,
if you're
Goodman
under
did.
contract for a year, they'll get their salary because
Boy,
that's
not if
their
there's,
fault.
not if
No,
there's,
no.
oh, the
That's
other ones.
Roseanne.
Yeah, you're right, you're right.
Roseanne won't get paid. The others will.
Yeah.
They have to. It's under contract.
Yeah, they didn't do anything wrong.
I had no
It's
idea
just
that
like the
woman
one that my
was
brother just said to watch.
African American and
House
Irish.
Cards.
House of Cards. It's the same deal.
That
They
puts
can't
that
be penalized
whole
for
thing
it.
in a different perspective.
Well, just look at it like, say, House of Cards. I mean, that was extremely popular. That's a good show.
It's a great show.
It's a great show.
It's amazing. Really.
I never thought I would want to
I'm sure I'm
medical
don't
show.
go on Twitter. Man, until you're done with my show, don't be going on Twitter.
God, I just can't believe she said that. And now knowing who that woman is.
Yeah, but I want my brother to
we will.
get on the air and
Yeah, we'll
I don't
tell
want them coming saying he doesn't.
Oh yeah, we'll get the
understand.
emails.
Please,
Yeah.
please, yeah. Please. He says he is.
Oh my God, I can't believe it.
This report
That's
is crazy.
She's a nut, man. I wonder if she's got a drug problem.
Did she tweet it?
Yeah. It was a Twitter rant, they called it.
And it kept, you
But
know,
why
she
did
said
she
other
do it?
stuff,
But
but that
why?
was
I wonder why.
But why did she?
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if she's like, she's gotta have an issue.
With that woman.
Tom said it earlier.
Well, she started, she was going after Chelsea Clinton
Yeah, she went after her, accused her of being married.
to Soros's kid or
Right,
something, or
right.
nephew.
No,
Any
no.
questions about your roof, call the company I know and trust.
There's a bad man. George Soros.
Yeah.
Oh,
Bad man.
very bad.
He's pulled countries down. Small countries. By devaluing their money.
Like they say, it's a currency trade.
He's out to ruin the world.
George Soros is.
He's a genuine super evil
She
genius.
apologizes.
You know how hard it is to get that kind of viewership?
I agree.
And he's a Democrat.
Say what
He
he
is
was.
a super progressive. He is a whole.
Yeah, but then he's not. A lot of his actions are
George Soros?
dictator-like.
Yeah.
Right.
Weird. He's when they were
I get Twitter.
He's really gotten a lot of the state.
You install it on your phone.
Oh, it's like Facebook.
You gotta get like, people
I
to follow
apologize
you.
to Valerie Jarrett and to all Americans. I'm truly sorry for making a bad joke about her politics and her looks. I should have known better. Forgive me. My joke was in bad taste. I apologize. I'm now leaving Twitter.
Yeah. Yep, it says Valerie Jarrett, who's an African American born in Iran.
Oh,
You couldn't, I mean, she literally went right after it.
Yeah, yep. That's so racist, so hateful, so everything.
I can't get over it.
Yeah, it's pretty poor.
God, I bet you Goodman is absolutely
serious.
livid.
I wonder if they will try to get someone else.
No,
I wish they would.
It's like replacing Seinfeld.
Yeah.
When she
The
died,
show is
who
called
offered-
Roseanne.
It's literally her.
What's with Charlie Sheen? What's that show that he was with?
Yeah, they let him
They
go.
replaced him? That
He
show
did some
is
weird. What did he
Yeah,
do?
but he's a spectacular actor.
He is.
With what?
Charlie Sheen.
Charlie Sheen.
He's a nutbag.
But he
But
was.
he's a nutbag.
I've heard him on Stern. I mean, you have no idea what a
He
nutbag.
went after the
I agree. But he's.
Hi, I'm Tom Martino, your troubleshooter. Welcome to the show. This hour brought to you by Fix It 24/7. I'm a consumer advocate. All you have to do is call We have a team ready to pounce on anything, recovering millions of dollars every year in cash, merchandise, exchanges, refunds, and services. Yes, fix it 24/7. Right now, if you call, you will get your air conditioning completely serviced, practically refurbished for just $39. Now, here is the deal. They're only going to do the first 10 callers because it is such an extraordinary deal. Honest to goodness, they do the blower, they do the condenser, they do the coils, they take it apart to the extent they can, they clean it, they change any filters, they take care of that system and guarantee it will not break down during the cooling season. Now, they also do that for furnaces. You can ask them for a combination deal. Right now, it is $39 for the air conditioning and $69 for a combination deal. Suzanne, if you'd like to let them know we're doing that. He told me to make a really cool deal, and that's what it is. 720-526-3939, the first 10 callers. 720-526-3939. FixMyHome.com is the website. Okay, so I said earlier I didn't understand the Roseanne tweet. I didn't understand it at all.
Yeah, I got the quote up.
Well, okay, but the reason I didn't understand it, and I don't want to reread it because it's hateful, but the reason I didn't understand it is I did not know it was directed at a black Muslim, for lack of a better word, for someone who was born in Iran, and she is
African American and born in Iran.
Okay. Well, she's black born in Iran, because if she's born in Iran, is she an American citizen now? I guess. Okay, whatever. That's what they're saying. So now I understand the context, and that's why I don't even want to repeat the tweet. But I didn't understand that. I thought I thought she was just making a remark about someone, and I didn't understand the context.
Yep,
now I
pretty
do.
Straightforward.
And I just can't believe that. I mean, Roseanne seemed to be at least smart. I didn't think she was that stupid that she would throw her career up in flames like that. I mean, truly.
Or that racist.
How could anyone... I mean, there's no way to even take it a different way. And,
no.
And I don't know, was she drunk? Was she... I mean, it's such a crazy remark. Well, why would you even do that?
I have no idea.
So anyway, they canceled her show.
And she works for Disney, or did. I mean, come on.
I just wanted to make a clarification that, yes, I do understand it now. Of course I do. Thank you. Alex, what's going on, Alex?
Hey, Tom, I wanted to tell you about Simply Floors, Buddy Mitchell.
Did you save money?
Big-time money. Got high-end stuff for cheaper than the box stores can give it to me.
Oh, isn't that wonderful, man? I'm really happy you took advantage of that. Thank you. Did you have them come to your... Yeah, go ahead.
And another thing, too, is when we picked up our product from the warehouse in Aurora, there was some damaged boxes. We got a hold of Buddy, and he took care of it right away. There was no problem, no back and forth, no big hassle. And they have an installer down there, and I installed it myself. And I asked him questions, real good detail, man. He just kind of walked me through the whole thing, and as I was installing it, it was exactly the way that he said to do it.
Well, thank you.
Perfect.
Thank you very much for that. I appreciate it. And speak, you know, we are one of the few places that take complaints openly about anyone on our show and referral list, openly. You will not find any other media outlet ever doing that. We just do it. We take both the good and the bad. Ralph, what's going on with you, Ralph? Are you there? What's going on? What's going on?
I like your show.
Oh, thank you.
Can't talk very well. I had 9 teeth extracted last Friday.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. That sounds painful. What do you need, man?
Well, I'm a member of the Fix-It, 24-hour Fix-It.
Yeah?
I had them come out to check my air conditioning wasn't working right. And I got a quote. And they're going to install it, but I think it's very high.
Okay, hold on. How many ton is your air conditioner?
2.5.
And are they doing the furnace with it?
No.
And are they doing any duct work, or is it all just the actual air conditioner?
It's the actual air conditioning.
Okay. And how much? What is the quote?
$6,300.
6,300. And well, okay, 2.5 ton. I paid close to that for a smaller one several years ago. Hold on a second. Let me check, okay? And did you ever call them and ask them about it?
No, I just took their word for it.
All right, hold on. We'll check it out for you, okay? You hold on. $6,300, 2.5 ton. Let's check some of our other places. I want to know the extent of the work. I'm not clear on exactly what they're doing. New lines or anything like that. I don't know. So I'd like to get a clarification for him through them. Let's call them directly, and they'll pull up his invoice, okay? 303-713-TALK. Like I said, we're fully transparent here on anything. You never have to have a concern about questioning anything here, okay? Ernie, what is happening? Ernie?
Oh, yes, Tom, have you heard of the program called SoFi?
SoFi.
Yeah.
It seems that I've heard that word.
Yeah, we've heard this.
But I don't know what it is. Hold on. Let me just look that up again. I'm sorry, sir. SoFi is it's a multi-level isn't it some kind of a social financing thing?
Yeah, I think what I've gotten involved in
they're crowds. It's kind of crowdsourcing a loan. I think it's peer-to-peer lending. I think. Let me just make sure. I'm looking it up here. I mean, I just don't know. It says here, it takes a unique approach to lending, offering lower rates, and here's how. Where? Okay, first of all, since we have a no brick and mortar, we can do it cheaper with cheaper operating costs. Online application allows for quicker processing, and then our customer service team is based out of California and Utah, offering streamlined support 7 days a week. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're not peer-to-peer. I'm just reading like you would, but I
couldn't find them.
Oh no, it's easy. I just put in SoFi and it came up. Period. Done. Boom. But I'm not.
I tried that last night on my cell phone and I didn't get anything.
What I'm not sure of is exactly how it works. It just looks like just a streamlined lender. They do student loan refinancing, medical resident refinancing, mortgages, mortgage refinancing, personal loans. I don't know. It's not peer-to-peer.
Almost looks like a credit union type thing because it's talking about members.
Yeah, here's the deal. While I can't tell you anything about SoFi because I don't know anything about them, I can tell you how to protect yourself in any and all loans. So what is your question?
Well, I co-signed for a student loan, and the kid never done anything about paying, and his father was paying it, and but the loan, I'm still on this thing, and he wanted to take me off.
Well, hold on.
Because he's been paying it for like 2 years, but he doesn't get any benefits from the taxes.
And you're afraid that eventually, if he stops paying, your credit's gonna suffer.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, hold on though.
And
so wait.
He's a good guy, but his son turned out to be crappy. So
no, I understand that, and you co-signed for this guy's son. So what's the benefit of you taking out a loan? Then you let the father off the hook, and you're going to pay for this loan?
No, he wants to transfer it to him. We thought.
Hold on. So he's going to take out a loan and pay off the student loan.
Yes, he's paying it anyway. Yes.
Okay. So he wants to try to qualify for a loan, and he wants to try to get a personal loan.
Well, I don't know. He just want to get me off of it. That's
well, okay. So is he going to refinance his house to do it, or is he going to do a personal loan?
I don't know. We just started talking about it, and I heard about SoFi, and I thought I'd investigate that.
All right. All it is a lender. That's all it is, for lack of a better word. So what do you look for? You look for rates, and you look for costs. Cost different than rate. Cost is whatever money comes out of pocket to get the loan, or whatever money is added to the balance. Remember, they can sneak cost in by saying no cost, and really you're taking a loan of $30,000 and all of a sudden it's $45,000. Well, guess what? You had $15,000 built in of cost. So that's what you need. Just concentrate on cost and rate. That's it. Cost and rate. And then the legalities. You want to see a complete disclosure, truth in lending statement. A truth and if they can't give you a truth in lending statement, if they say no, not until we have the contract, well, that's bull. You get a truth in lending statement before you sign, and even before a truth in lending, you get what's called a good faith estimate, okay? So first you get a good faith estimate, then you get a truth in lending for all loans, and you should never have to pay money up front, ever. Ever. Now, if there's a small application fee, they might argue that is not paying for the loan up front, but it better be a small one. So do you know if SoFi requires an application fee?
Well, I don't know anything about them. I just heard somebody talking about it on a commercial.
It seems...
That's all I know.
It seems to be just a lender.
It was on your station, but it wasn't on your program.
Okay. It seems to be just a lender, an institutional lender. But they say that they are not bricks and mortar. They are simply software related, digital. So what you'll have to do is just figure out if, in fact, it'll work for you. Well, here's what you do. You call or let him call and get all the information from me, and let's help evaluate it for you. Let's just do it that way. 303-713-TALK. Okay? Now, we're also calling to find out that quote for that air conditioner for Ralph to see if they can break it down for us. And Tom, you need a referral for a swimming pool, right?
Correct.
We used to have a great pool company, damn it, and they're not here anymore. No, they went out.
Open the pool, Tom, just so you know.
Oh, to open the pool.
Yeah.
Oh, a pool service. Well, the pool man used to be great. It's called a pool man. I think he's still around. And then we used to have, well, Aqua Spas used to do just spas. You know, Mark, we do have to get someone, even though there's not a hell of a lot of call for swimming pool people in Colorado, we do have to cultivate that category a bit. We used to have great people in that category.
Spas are funny because...
I know they're down and out now, the pool.
They're everywhere. The spas are in Costco and in Sam's Club. They're everywhere.
But the swimming pool...
This is in the ground swimming pool. It's L-shaped.
Yes, and I used to have a great guy, Colby his name was, and I'm trying to think if he's still in business. Man, I'm telling you, the problem is they went out of business.
I know it. They all have, and the ones that are in business are astronomical pricing. And this is for my sister-in-law. She lives in Broomfield.
You know, I'll have to ask our listener base. If you listen and give us your number, but still listen, does anyone have great pool service that they've personally used and they know of? A swimming pool service for repair, maintenance, opening, and closing. That would be a wonderful thing. We need to cultivate that category. We would love any recommendations you have from personal experience. Please help us out. 303-713-TALK. 303-713-8255. Do that. The pool man, we do have the pool man's number. And I know personally I've used the pool man, 303-781-4409. Not on the referral list, but I know him. And like I said, we're going to try to get that done. But the pool man was one I had personal experience with, 303-781-4409. So try that out. Again, that's not a commercial. I'm not related to them in any way, but I did use them once. Nicole wants to take an employer to small claims court out of state. We'll have to talk about that one. And then we're checking on that Fix It 24/7 quote. And then we're going to check back with Compass Insurance Group. Matt Corneo's with us. And we have our Insurance Help Center. That means if you want to get a quote on insurance and see if you have a great deal, wouldn't it be nice to know that? If you could save, like we got one guy $3,000 right off the bat. We're going to check in and see what savings we're getting on insurance. And that number is 303-771-HELP, 771-4357. And while on the topic of financing, we were talking about that SoFi. Of course, let me bring your, you can refi with Ideal Home Loans. Even if you want cash out, they do that. Ideal Home Loans, of course, they're VA loan specialists as well. IdealHomeLoans.com. And they have the interest rate guarantee. If interest rates go down after you do it, they do it again free of charge over the next 2 years. 303-867-7000.
The Highway Drive in the metro area is in most part in decent shape. Earlier problem, northbound I-25 near 20th has been cleared out of the way. Good news there.
It looks like that Han Solo movie bombed. And that could be the first Star Wars to really bomb.
Well, no, if you look at the trend,
people are just sick. They're just done.
Yeah, like Sean said, he used to be excited, but then Solo did not do anything for him.
But then the one before that was good. But the trend is downward for all of them.
Really knew about it.
They're doing now a Star Wars story. They're doing different backstories right now.
It only made 83.
But you know what's killing is Deadpool 2. God, was that movie funny. Holy shit.
Is it funny?
Oh, God, it's funny.
He's really violent, right?
Oh, it's terribly violent. But it's almost cartoonish violent. I mean, Stephanie was laughing her head off. I mean,
I think I saw the first one.
What is that about?
About a weird superhero who was dying of cancer. You got to see the first one. He was dying of cancer. They did an experiment on him that gave him super rejuvenation powers, meaning his cells regenerate as quickly and almost as quickly as they're destroyed. So it keeps him alive from this cancer, but it gave him severe skin burns and he's disfigured. And so he can't die. And he's disfigured, so he wears this suit, and he calls himself Deadpool, and he's just crazy.
People who die who do crimes.
Yes, he goes after bad guys. Yeah, he's a vigilante.
But he'll like chop their heads off and stuff.
Oh yeah, their hands.
It looks like
The Walking Dead.
The outfit.
That is gross.
Cheerful Dexter.
Dexter, you did.
Dexter.
Oh,
yes,
Dexter.
Absolutely.
Didn't he play that role?
Oh,
he was,
my God.
what an actor.
Oh, my
I don't even
God.
know who he is. He's Dexter.
Yes, I did.
That pilot that called you?
Yeah.
It's so familiar because my tenant in the flight school.
Oh, he is.
Who is he? He says like I know him, Steve.
He's a flight instructor, been around forever. He's mostly at Centennial.
Is he Steve?
I can't picture his face, but his name was real familiar.
Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. You will never do better.
Whether you're buying or selling real estate, Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. People love him, and he has statistics to show that he sells homes quicker for more money than anyone else. 303-920-1622. Frank Duran, therealestateman.com. So let's keep going here. And what do you have, Suzanne? Anything to follow up with?
I'm just waiting to hear back from Fix It 24/7 about the quote.
Good.
That's all.
And we can always get back to you, Ralph, tomorrow and put you on the air tomorrow. I want this out so everyone can hear it. Hey, Nicole, you want to go to small claims court. Why?
We spoke, I think, last week or maybe 2 weeks ago. I am a 1099 with a company that I terminated my contract with, and they have yet to pay me.
And did they give an excuse or a reason for not paying?
They feel that they should only have, they wanted to deduct $200 for cancellation fee of a plane ticket that they never made me aware of.
Well, yeah, and you never had in a contract that you would pay that. They made a reservation, you didn't make it, and they never asked you if you could, and then they canceled it and they want to take $200 out. And I said to you, I would try to get paid sans the $200 and then go after him for just the $200 instead of the whole thing.
Okay. They have since become really not great in the situation.
Like, are they not going to pay you at all now?
Pretty much, because I have a computer and a phone of theirs, which I said, as soon as you pay me, I'll return everything. So what I was thinking I would do is actually return the computer and the phone.
Right. That's what you do.
And say, okay, you've got your stuff back. Now send me the money.
Right. That's what I would do. And then if they don't, where are they located?
They're in California.
Oh, God. You're going to have a tough time. Are you going to go out there?
I was hoping to actually do it in Colorado, make it difficult for them.
Yeah, but I don't know if you can. The contract, you could argue, was done here, but I'll bet you. Do you have a contract?
That's just it. Is in 2013, I signed a contract with them that was actually made null and void when we changed the terms of our relationship. Originally, I was kind of like a sales manager for them.
Who said it was null and void?
They changed They changed me. I was originally a sales manager. Then I went.
Who says the original contract is null and void, though? Who said?
They did, but there's nothing in writing.
Does it expire on the contract?
No, but my payment changed. I mean, I went from making $2,500 a month plus commissions to just commissions.
Oh, okay. So
we have an email agreement that detailed my new position with them, which was basically half-time salaried.
Here's the problem, okay? It's all going to boil down to the $200. Why don't you just take what they're offering? Will they make you sign some kind of release?
I don't know.
Did you make noise already about the 200?
To them, yes.
First, see if you can just get paid. Try to get the dispute down to as little as possible instead of the whole thing. And then find out if they have, do they have any registered agents in Colorado at all?
No, they're a small company based in California.
You may just want to forget the $200. I mean, I don't know what else to tell you. If they will pay you because otherwise you're going to have to spend you're going to go out to California to sue them. I mean, you negated the $200. I know it's a pain in the ass, but I don't know what else to do. If they pay you and do not make you sign a release, then you go after them for the $200. But again, it has to be out there. I mean, I think it does. I can't see why you would have jurisdiction here. You didn't, they were out of there. And they're probably, whatever, you don't even have a contract. 303-713-TALK. Sam? What's happening, Sam?
Hi.
What's going on, man?
Not much. I was just wondering if I could get some advice about flipping some dirt bikes.
Okay, now, when you say flipping dirt bikes, are they registered and licensed?
Yes, they're legal.
Well, yeah, but sometimes that's good and bad, because if you do more than 4 of them, you have to have a dealer's license.
Oh, well, I only have 1 now.
Oh, but you want to do it from time to time?
Yeah, just...
Okay, if you do it more than 4 a year, you have to get a dealer's license. If you limit it to 4, you don't have to worry about it.
Okay, is it the same with cars?
Yes. It's a registered vehicle.
All right.
So, did you need any other advice? Well, I would advise you get an LLC together and do it as a single-member LLC so you can limit your liability to the assets of the company.
Okay.
And then do it. I mean, you buy and sell. But if you have any other questions, I'm happy to answer them. Tom, what's happening?
Yeah, so I got a legal question for you.
Well,
I was involved in a pedestrian accident where I killed the pedestrian.
Yeah, and how did that happen? Did he leap out in front, or did you, like, lose it? What happened?
Well, no, I was headed to work, and this was 6:05 a.m. in the morning. It was dark out.
Oh.
The pedestrian was drunk. He was wearing all black. And I was on the inside lane of a 2-lane, of a 4-lane road.
Were you cited with anything?
No.
You were not given a ticket of any kind or charged with vehicular homicide?
No, I was not.
Okay.
I have a police officer as a witness.
How long? Okay, how long ago did it happen?
February 15th.
And I hate to sound silly, but was there a insurance claim on your car?
Yes, I made an insurance claim on my car. Reported it to them.
But what was the claim for?
For damages to my car.
Okay.
But I did not have comprehensive insurance.
Well, did you have collision insurance?
No.
Okay. Then why did you make a claim?
I notified the insurance company that I hit a pedestrian.
Okay, that's for sure. Okay. So did your insurance have to pay liability to the family or to any expenses to the pedestrian?
That's what I'm coming to find out, is they're going to pay the family.
How much?
That I don't know yet. They said that's still under negotiation, but they are going to pay them.
Why? I wonder why they're paying Matt. Matt Corneo, Compass Insurance Group, nothing to do with this. He's just talking as an expert. Why do you think they're paying it?
They probably don't want the legal expense if this person's family comes after them. A lot of times insurance companies settle because they're scared to death of what it's going to cost them.
So what is your question, Tom?
Day.
I don't see a legal question here, which is good. I think you're just asking an insurance question. What is your question?
Well, no, my question is that if the family receives money for an accident that technically I don't think was my fault, because the person was jaywalking, he was drunk, and...
Okay, Tom, you don't have control over that. You lose control. When you have insurance, here's what's going on. you agree to let the insurance take care of this. You agree to that in your policy. Right. So you can't say to them, no, I want to fight this in court.
What's weird is it almost seems like it kind of makes him a little guilty that he pays. I bet that's how he's feeling. You know what I'm saying? Because the insurance company pays, it kind of, does it make you feel like you're guilty?
No, it's not that. I've already talked to the insurance company, and they said, you know, it's a business decision. It'll have no effect on
All right,
my
then, Tom,
rate,
then what is your question? What is your question?
Well, my question will be that since the family is receiving money, can I go against the family for their father's stupidity?
Okay, what does them, hold on, what does...
To pay for the damages
I understand. Okay, Keith, the bottom line question, excuse me, Tom, the bottom line question is this. Can you sue the family, hold on, can you sue the family for damages to your car? First and foremost, let me explain something. You're not suing the family because the family, you don't have a beef with the family. Here's what you would have to do, and you would check with an attorney to make sure, but I believe that you would go after the estate. And whether they got money or not has nothing to do with it. If you have a case, whether there is money involved, if you have a case, you have a case. If you don't have a case, you don't have a case. So if this guy you're going to say was negligent and caused you to hit him, and that caused you damages, and part of those damages were damage to your car, but a smarter guy might go after his own insurance's uninsured motorist coverage for pain and suffering and emotional trauma because he can't sue the dead guy. That's what a smarter guy might do. Matt, what about, don't you think an uninsured motorist claim could be
I think it's possible. Or med pay if he had any type of injury that way.
Yeah, but for damage to your car,
you should ask an attorney, man.
Yeah,
the property damage he could not come after his own policy for unless he had uninsured motorist property.
But nothing is preventing you from suing the estate of
How
that
much
other
damage
guy.
was it? What's the dollar amount?
I'm figuring dollar amount is about $440 to repair the hood.
Okay, Tom,
grill.
to go after his estate would cost you a minimum of 10 grand. Okay? A minimum of 10 grand. So, I don't think to get $400 it would be worth it.
It's not going to be worth it to a personal injury attorney either. I mean, there's not any money to split. There's nothing.
But hold on a second, all right? I'm not talking about property. There's two things here. There's property damage.
$400.
And then there's other kinds of damages, okay? So he hasn't even thought about other damages. So what I'm asking is theoretical more than anything, okay? And I'm going to ask John Fuller, a personal injury attorney, a theoretical question. So John Fuller, Tom hit a drunk pedestrian at night who was dressed in black, and he killed the pedestrian. The police did not cite him. No one cited him. They figured it was not his fault. But his insurance company decided to settle with the family and pay it out. Okay? That's their decision. He wants to know, first, two things. Property damage. If he went after the estate of this dead man for property damage, what do you think?
Well, that's assuming there is even an estate to go after.
Right.
You know, which is questionable and pretty unlikely in actuality. This would be the type of loss that his full coverage, his comprehensive, would generally step in to pay for.
But he did not have.
Oh, he did not have that. Okay. I mean, you're welcome to try that, but the way the probate laws work, I mean, you're going to be right alongside any other creditors of the estate. And so it's very likely that you would not find...
And he only has $440. He only has $440 in damages. And his first question was, can he go after the family since they're getting an insurance settlement?
No.
Okay. Now, next question. This is theoretical. He didn't ask about this. What if he, because he killed someone, which he never even mentioned the man's life. I mean, I think the guy is more interested in his $400 damage than killing someone, and I know it wasn't his fault, but... Okay, but I'll ask that question once I get a chance here. But basically, we also had another question and about that air conditioner, and we have another call, but I can't take any of those until I take a break, okay? I'm sorry, but I have to take a break now. 303-713-TALK, 303-713-8255. Wink and Wink are bankruptcy attorneys. If you find yourself in a situation where you are absolutely broke, something happened, unemployment, a death in the family, a divorce, and you need help, winkandwink.com. Again, I hope you never need them. 303-410-1720.
This is Denver's Talk Station, 630.
They want to pull out. I didn't realize this. So Italy will most likely do exactly what Greece did and pull out of the Eurozone.
I know, it is weird.
Greece or
I know who this guy is. I'm almost
Greece didn't pull out.
I know this player.
Why do you know?
Because he's a client. If I know the guy, and I'm almost certain it's him. He is a client of one of our former employees. So I think I've talked to him.
And then Spain has a no confidence. What a low credit. I wonder what that's about.
For $440.
Well, if he's who I think he is, he's a knucklehead for.
You never mentioned the guy's life.
I think it's just bad class to even think about.
Well, he's Roseanne's brother.
Oh!
Now it all comes together.
Well, that's a weird
If you hit an animal or a human being, it's a comp loss, not a collision.
Brian, I don't know if you saw, but I have Brian Remington with Fix It to discuss that quote with Ralph.
Well, the reason they got into that.
Wait,
Usually when it's a person, it's BI.
I just told him I wanted him to come on and talk about, the work that needs to be done.
Did he get the quote? Someone
I
going down the highway,
Ralph thought it was high.
falls out of the pickup truck, literally, comes out of the pickup truck in front of you, and then the body hits you. Huh? What kind would that be?
Depends to whom. They pay out damages on each one. So, like, for instance, the person that fell out, you could file med pay. You could possibly be at fault for that. But then I'd say a falling object is technically comprehensive.
That's what I was going to say.
You know why that was?
Even if it's a human.
Well, what
Like if I threw a kitty at you and you were in your car.
Or what are you driving down in your pickup?
It wouldn't matter.
Well, I know, but they finally.
A guy jumps into your pickup and then rolls up.
And then throws you.
They're all confident.
On your own.
I don't think that was ever even questioned.
Many years ago,
I think that's an urban legend. That's one of the calls.
What is the urban legend?
But it could be that they decided that whether a deer hits a car hits a deer, it's all going to be a comp loss. He said there was a landmark case that changed that, or a decisive case.
Insurance commissioners changed that when I was very early in insurance. I remember because before that you had to determine which way it happened.
Well, whether the deer hit you or you hit the deer.
Help me out and cite the case, because that is something that I believe sounds like an urban legend. I'm not saying you're doing that on purpose. It sounds to me like an urban legend. And again, it went out over the air.
Hey, he was right about that control tower with no stairs.
I don't want to be quoted on that.
Our company, if a deer hit you from the quarter pile back,
I don't blame him for hanging up, but I want to ask him that theoretical question. Tell him it's a really good one. If you get him back, I'll take him.
Even if it hits you in the front fender, that'd be in a quarter panel back.
You were charged.
I'm Tom Martino. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. Remember, if you have anything to do with
doors, oneclearchoicedoors.com, oneclearchoicedoors.com. You won't do better. Broken springs, anything. Go read about them. oneclearchoicedoors.com. Now, we did have John Fuller, and I wanted to ask that crazy question, and I hope I can still. But first, if I can get Brian, and then Brian, I might have to break away. But Brian Remington is with Fix It 24/7. Thank you, Brian, for being on here. Listen, this isn't about a problem. He just said he got a quote, and I think that the fact that we got a call might mean that you know, I think the guy maybe should have explained it better, because he just felt he got a quote and he had no idea what it was for. But he said $6,300 for a 2.5-ton air conditioner. And again, Keith, I want to make this clear. I'm not Keith. Where is? Oh no, Ralph. It's Ralph. Hold on, Keith. Hold on. Ralph is here. And Ralph, did they break it down for you at all, or are you just calling because?
Well, no, somewhat they broke it down.
Well, that's you didn't. Now you told me that you told me they didn't when I first asked you. How did they break it down?
Well, pretty much, they really didn't break it down.
Okay.
They, you know,
so okay, they didn't. Hold on a sec. Just hold on. So, okay. Brian, help us out then. Listen, Ralph, it's not your fault. This should be crystal clear when they leave your home. And Brian, see, Brian Remington, you know what I love about Fix It 24/7 with George and Brian? They love this feedback. They want to make the system better. So let's talk about that. Did you look at that quote there, Brian?
Yeah, I did, and we did leave a copy of the invoice with the client that has everything broken down.
Tell me what you have that's broken down there.
So we have a 14 SEER condenser and coil replacement that includes the outdoor unit and the indoor coil. It also includes a new disconnect, a new pad, a new whip, a new thermostat. We flush all the refrigerant lines.
And you have all of these broken down?
Yes.
Okay. And are there different prices, or is it one price? Maybe that's what he's talking about.
Yeah, we gave him. See, his furnace is actually in good shape, so we only recommended to replace the air conditioning side.
Okay.
The advisor who was there with him actually advised him to kind of look at either the 13 or the 14 SEER option, which obviously there's a price difference between the two, and the client did choose the little bit higher option, which was the 14 SEER option.
Is there anything lower than a 13 SEER?
No, the 13 is the absolute lowest we're allowed to put in.
And what would 13 cost?
We were at right around $5,900.
Okay. So do you think operationally he would save with one more SEER for that extra money?
Absolutely. Over the course of the lifetime, I think that's one of the best values where you could get some bang for your buck, especially with his furnace being in decent shape.
Listen, I don't ever go for lowest price, and I don't go for highest price either, just for the hell of it. So, Brian, since I love you guys and I know you're straight at Fix It 24/7, tell me where this falls in the range of this market.
It's pretty much right in the middle. You know, we're always hearing, price shopping the competition.
Sure.
We'll never claim to be the cheapest by any means, and we're certainly not the most expensive. And Tom, I think working with us for a while, one thing we really pride ourselves is really providing the most value.
I know right now that you would pay $9,300 with 3 other companies for this, or up to 12 grand, and I know some companies that can do it for around 48. So, but the 48s are companies that I'm not sure they'll be around. I mean, I'm being straight, so I would say there is going to be a range from 4,800 up to 12,000. Does that sound about right for this market?
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, you see the whole gamut, but the one thing with us is the guarantees that we stand behind our work over and above.
No, I understand. Now, for this guy, because he called and he's on the line, Ralph,
yes.
Because you called and you trusted me and he gave you a price, I'm going to challenge Brian right now to give you a discount, a one-time discount. I don't want everybody calling. What can he get right now, Ralph? Brian.
I could probably do another 150 off.
Okay. So anyway, you decide, Ralph. You don't have to do it on the air. Brian, thank you for being here. I appreciate that, okay? Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. Okay. See, we're all transparent. John Fuller, Fuller Law, one of our personal injury or the best personal injury attorney I know. Mark has used him. Now, I got a crazy question. So you got this pedestrian. He was dressed in black and drunk. He steps out in front of a car. The police did not charge the driver. It was the pedestrian's fault in this case, I guess they're saying. I mean, he wasn't charged with anything, John. He's upset. He's upset the family's getting money, but that was the insurance company's prerogative. They wanted to get it over with. Now, what if he, and I'm just asking, speculating, and not that you would even do this, but what if he says, you know what, damn it, I want to go after my uninsured motorist coverage or uninsured whatever. Is there a way I can go for pain and suffering because I killed a man needlessly? I didn't want to. It plagues me to this day. And by the way, this caller did not bring this up. I'm asking it as part of it. John, is that so inconceivable?
Yes, it is, because he is at fault. And the first prerequisite for filing a UM claim would be that you had no fault in the accident. I know that this case is not a crystal clear case of liability, but they aren't always crystal clear liability. Particularly with the pedestrian, there's almost the presumption that the vehicle is going to be at fault. And his insurance company is actually protecting him. I don't know what his limits are, but I would venture to guess that his limits are not anywhere close to what the wrongful death caps are. So they might have avoided him potentially being subject to $450 $100,000.
And even though the guy's drunk and dressed in black and roaming onto the streets, it's still the driver's fault.
Well, there's two sides to every story. You know, the fact that he was legally intoxicated does not mean that he was at fault for, you know, for causing his own death.
What about the fact that Tom wasn't charged, the motorist wasn't charged? Does that mean anything?
No, it doesn't, because whether or not the driver received a ticket is not admissible in court to prove causation for liability.
So, Tom, that puts a different spin on this. The fact that you did not get a ticket does not mean that your insurance company could refuse money to the family.
That's absolutely correct.
So that means a lot to me, Tom, with what John just told us. So it doesn't sound like you have much of a case for going after them for property damage or for personal injury.
I would not bother for $400 of property damage. There's no way in the world I would subject myself to the brain damage of going through the probate process.
I appreciate that. John Fuller, you're always so wise. 303-597-4500 is his number. That's John Fuller, 303-597-4500. Tom, may I ask you something? Are you struggling at all with this, that the fact that a man is dead? Did that bother you at all, or are you just basically...
Yeah. No, I was out of work for 4 days dealing with this.
Yeah.
And I am a driver.
Yeah.
And you know, like I said, I was out of work for 4 days dealing with all this emotion, and I still kind of deal with it every day. The car's my daily driver. So every day I see this big old dent in my hood.
God. Yeah.
Driving to work, and the insurance company told me that since he was a pedestrian, that the uninsured motorist part doesn't cover it because he was a pedestrian.
No, I understand. Well, Tom, I'm sorry for what happened with you and for the family that had to endure that loss, and it's all a big mess, but I hope we answered some of your questions. I mean, that's all I can say. You know, I'm just hoping we could help you. Katie, what's going on with you, Katie? What's happening?
Hi.
What's going on, Katie?
All right. Well, I bought a new car in September. Not new, brand new, but new to me.
Okay. And what happened, Katie?
Pretty nice car. I took it to Jiffy Lube a couple weeks ago.
Uh-huh.
Did an oil change, and they left the oil cap off.
Uh-oh.
So I didn't find out about that until a couple weeks later.
Did your engine seize?
It seized or stalled. It stalled out twice.
But is the engine ruined?
So that's I'm still in the process of everything. So I took it to Pedersen Toyota today, and they said that it was essentially fine, that they just had to clean it.
All right, you hold on. You hold on. We'll come back to this. There's a lot of stuff I need to tell you, okay? Listen, you just heard from John Fuller, and I hope that's an attorney you never need, a personal injury. Also, Joe Lazzara, his phone rang off the hook because of Memorial Day. Why? People drink and people drive. I don't know why. You don't have to. You can have a designated driver. You can have Uber. You can have Lyft. But people, I don't know. They do. They drink and drive. So we encourage you not to. Now, Joe Lazzara is a criminal defense attorney, someone you need if you drink and drive. Now, that's not that we're encouraging, but what we're saying is this. Even if you learn your lesson and you want to plead guilty and move on, you still need an attorney to get through the system. It's not something you can do on your own. 303-429-6200, LazzaraLegal.com. Of course, there are times people's rights are violated or falsely accused. 303-429-6200, Lazzara Legal. That's 2 Z's, 1 R, LazzaraLegal.com.
This report is brought to you by Lowe's.
There's a couple of you should have asked him if he washed the blood off.
Big old dent in the car. Oh my God.
What the? I would have gotten rid of the
At first,
car.
he sounds more concerned about his car.
I know.
Yeah.
I
He
know.
was. What I'm getting to.
I would have sold it. I would have done that. I would have got rid of that car.
The dent in the car. Never mind about the body on the road.
Yeah, I did wash it off a little bit.
God, I don't know. God, I was in a hospital one time, and this guy jumped out of the loony bin and landed on my car.
The overnight hours mostly clear.
Was that was the same one? And also
The
going
big
on-
man.
2 things, Tom.
The guy that jumped out
wanted
is
me
the
to
one
remind you about
where the elevator was at.
I didn't think so. Then the next. Well, she said she emailed it to you. She said she emailed it to me too, and then she realized I never got it. So I don't know. I just wanted to remind you while I could. So she got it to us both late, I guess. All right, that's fine. We'll have to do it tomorrow. Then the second one is the Budget A11 with Tessie. Do you want to update that last minute, or should we do that tomorrow? They're fixing her car for free.
The serpentine belt?
I think we should do that tomorrow.
I think so, and then have Mark on too. And have Mark on.
How about doing it on card?
How about on card?
Well, we want to get her a car.
Because it's done. We're surprising her on the air that it's done.
What's that?
We're surprising her on the air that it's done.
Oh, okay. Then we'll do it tomorrow. That's
And he's going to do it.
I knew it. That guy, that is our client. I knew it.
Your client?
Thomas?
Oh, I knew it. Was he trying to...
Brian's been trying to fire him for years, and I knew this was I knew it was him.
You know it.
And so, what insurance is paying out?
Let me ask him. And what was his?
I wonder what they're paying.
Probably max.
Should I turn it off?
No. You know what you said during that?
Types of U.S. trademarks.
You said at one point, here's your quote. Since I love you guys, and I know you're straight. That's what you said to.
I know you're straight.
This guy, nothing else.
But you love him.
He's acting this.
I know you're straight. I see what you said.
So we're going to play Don the best of.
Hi, Tom Martino here. Welcome to the show. 303-713-8255. One Clear Choice Garage Doors. Remember, they're the best. OneClearChoiceDoors.com. And then Golden Orchard Assisted Living. I keep getting calls about this, and they say, Tom, how much is the rent? I never quoted the rent, okay? What I said was, it's between $4,000 and $5,000. I don't know the exact amount, and everything is included. It's all-inclusive assisted living, goldenorchard.com. So you can call and find out, and you can go as a couple. You can bring a pet in some cases. They have some homes devoted to memory care and dementia, and that's goldenorchard.com. So now, Katie, here's what I want to tell you, okay? I want to get right to this. You have a few issues. One is called mitigation of damages. That means that when something is damaged, even if purposely, intentionally, or negligently, even if something's damaged, and you don't catch it in time and it gets further damaged, it could be your fault, the additional damage, if you were negligent. So, you said something that troubled me. Even though I will honest to God tell you, I have gone a week or two without looking under the hood of my car. However, we're not supposed to. Even though we do, we're not supposed to. So you said it took you how long to discover the oil cap was off?
Well, okay, so I took it to them on May 6th, and it was leaking oil, so I took it back the next day, and they said it was fixed.
Wait a minute. And the cap was off, and they said it was fixed? So they didn't notice. You took it back. You noticed oil, took it back, and they said it was fixed. And then what happened? Then what happened?
And then, so after that, I had driven a few weeks.
And then what?
And then I was smelling oil, and it was still leaking oil, not as much, but it was still leaking oil.
And you didn't have anyone else look under it?
And I did, but it was a few weeks later.
Okay, but what I don't understand is, how did they fix it? Did they say what they did to fix it?
They just put the cap back on and cleaned it.
Cap, not the plug.
Oh, well, they put the... No, I'm talking about Jiffy Lube. She went the next day and said it was leaking, and they said they fixed it.
She just had the cap off, though.
Mark, what I'm saying is they did not put the cap back on because the cap was missing 2 weeks after that initial visit. What did they do to fix it? When they said we fixed it, what did they say they did?
So they said in Toyotas that sometimes there's this little, I can't remember, like a plate or something that holds the oil, that they didn't clean it out.
So if I wonder if they even, did you watch them? Did they lift your hood?
I don't know.
Did they put the cap back on the day after?
No, I don't think they did.
Did they?
No, I don't think they did.
Did they tell you the cap? I don't understand if there's even a cap now. Is there a cap?
Yeah, she went and finally had the cap done, and it was cleaned off, like you said. But here's what I'm saying. They change her oil. They probably forgot to put the cap on. She drives around. She comes back. They open it up and say it's fixed. I don't think they put the cap back on because it continued to leak, and it leaked from the cap. Why would they take the cap off? I don't. Now, Katie, I think they didn't look at the car. I think they just told you it was fixed because any moron could have opened it up and found a cap. But except, was the cap missing? Did you have to buy a cap?
No, it was floating in my car. I took a picture of it.
They never took it off. This Jiffy Lube never, ever fixed it. Where is this Jiffy Lube located?
So I'm in Fort Collins.
Okay.
And
what I want to know is, okay, there's a possibility you didn't lose enough oil to do harm. I mean, you damn near have to run out of oil and run it and hard after that. So you're not. The computer says your engine seized. Did it seize? Did your engine literally freeze up and die?
It freezed up in the middle of the road, but I was able to restart it and pull into a parking lot.
Okay, so it overheated more than likely. So the shop you took your car to, it is not done, right? You're not seized. Everything's fine, right?
They said it's fine, but then the two other people I've talked to who are mechanics said that once the engine is totally out of oil,
they're wrong. If it wasn't dry out of oil.
It was dry out of oil.
Okay, they're saying you spun a bearing or something, and that's not always true.
Okay, or they said it could be warped. My engine may be warped.
Well, of course it could, but then but it's running. What I would do is I would have Norris from SOS Inspections do an oil analysis and see if you have any bearing metal in there or anything like that. I would do a metal analysis and let him look at it.
Are we sure this isn't a radiator cap? It's the oil cap?
No, she's talking she's talking oil, right?
Right.
So, Katie, let Suzanne hook you up with SOS.
I want to see that picture.
We need our experts on this, and you need to send us a photo, okay? All right. Now, listen, before I run out of time, Compass Insurance Group, any great examples of saving money for people who call the Insurance Help Center?
Yeah, Tom.
Roughly.
Okay, we had someone that we moved from Allstate to Acuity. They were at $44.28 saving, and then we wrote them at $3,377.
$1,400, almost what, $1,200?
Yeah, and then we took someone from State Farm to Safeco. They had an $8,000 wind and hail deductible. We wrote them with a $2,500 deductible and saved them $700.
Gosh, is this incredible? What else?
And then lastly, here was one that we went from State Farm to Acuity, $6,339 to $5,079, and added an umbrella policy for them.
Now, this is going to go on till 4 o'clock today. 303-771-HELP for the Insurance Help Center Insurance Checkup. 303-771-4357. Remember that number, 771-HELP. That's a 303. I'm Troubleshooter Tom Martino, and we have had such a great time serving you. Of course, you can always find help, information, and referrals at where? Referralist.com, and save all your problems for me.
But you say there's a company in
She
Florida.
really didn't understand cars.
I want to see that picture. Florida, the auto.
I don't understand. They do business.
You know, or even if you put the cap back on.
But she's right, though. She is
I gotta
right
find out where I
that
should go.
it could have spun a bearing.
I don't even understand what
Yes.
she's saying.
But it's just a cap. Just flatter up there, and it's gas going to leak for a while because you've got oil everywhere.
There's no way you're going to run so low on oil.
Yeah, that's what my guy has.
I still don't understand what she brought it back when they did.
A lot more.
We don't know.
But you want to see side by side. Why am I picking this one over this?
Or
I'm going to see if people can look up on,
That's what it's overheated. To me, it'd be a radiator cap. That would have caused the.
No, they'll overheat it out of oil.
Right, Jim? Oh, so it's really going to
Oh,
see you,
nice
Matt.
to
I hope you have a safe trip.
Take care.
Tom, see you, my friend.
So get rid of that.
All right.
Get rid of that guy that's hitting people.
Oh, what do you think they're going to pay out?
I knew. I'll let you know. So Jeremy knew it was him. As soon as he called, he goes, "Oh, that's we know the guy."
Can you imagine?
Oh, Stephanie's waiting in the lobby for you. Oh, my God, she's been there for a long time.
You're kidding me. We never got the message.
I was telling you guys.
Oh, really?
Oh, no, you did not. Look, I'm old, but I'm not that old.
Oh, that's funny.
Your headset splitter stuff is over there doing me.
Did you know Stephanie was in the lobby? She said she's been waiting. I know, she never... Why the fuck would I leave her there? I mean...
So Joe says, good show today.
She got there at 10:30.
Okay, listen.
Nice to see you guys again.
Take care. Clint, make sure
have a safe trip.
Suzanne gets this.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, we're off.